Nyaa! You've been hacked by the powerful and tubular Maine Coon hacker Chiaki Katsumi, here to steal your data and your heart. Hi. Some EP. Hello. Hi. Hope you guys have had a good Saturday so far. I woke up not that long ago. I snoozed my alarm. I set it up at like 9. And then I snoozed it for 15 minutes. And I was like, wait, I probably shouldn't snoozed it. I'm gonna feel tempted to sleep more. Chiaki, the bed was comfy. And my face was melting into the pillow. Because I was using one of the softer pillows. I wasn't using the rock solid pillows. Bed ride is nice. It's the weekend, so... I was supposed to wake up 2 hours ago. I woke up 10 minutes ago. I helped my neighbor with his roof. Nice. That's really nice of you to help them. That's fair. Today has been an EV kind of day. Today is an EV kind of day. You have rock solid pillows. I have like the orthopedic pillows, but I don't really like using them. Because they hurt my neck when I wake up. So I don't really like them. Chai tea latte fun. I don't think I ever tried chai tea. But thank you so much for the tip, Debops. Thank you, thank you. Been awake working the past 6 hours. Man. It's the weekend, but isn't technically your work day? I mean, I guess. But get solid pillows. Yeah, you could actually knock someone out with those pillows. The rock solid pillows are good for holding up the others better, and softer pillows. Came back from my 2-hour car ride. It's 3 AM, almost freezing. Jeez. You become my background audio as my paralysis demon takes me to a sunken place for 8 hours. Ooh. It's 3 AM. Oh my god. Then invite Chiaki to a pillow fight? Why not? I think you should trust me. I had to wake up early to help my family with something. That's fair. One of my dogs woke me up, but then I just went back to sleep. And then the alarm actually rang. And I was like, snooze alarm, go back to sleep. At least there are rock solid pillows and not muffins. I call that improvement. No breaks in the pillow. I mean, they don't have breaks though. It's just allegedly makes them better for your neck and whatever. But I feel like it always makes it worse. I don't trust you going to bring the brick pillows. But they're orthopedic or whatever. The present pillows. See, Chiaki, your dogs knew you had to wake up early. Only one of them woke up though. My other dog was just eeping. And they have like no excuse, because sometimes they wake up until like 4 or like 2 PM. Like I've had in the weekends, like them sleeping until like 2. Like they're lazy and I'm like, bro, not even I sleeping that much. My dad's been making empanadas and kept waking me up to help him, so my nap felt like barely an hour. They're similar to their owner. I feel like I don't oversleep that much though. If anything, I undersleep rather than oversleep. I bet the one who did the wake up it was Ranger. No, it was Mona. It was actually Mona. It wasn't Ranger. Ranger was actually Eepin. I had to get him up. I had to wake him up because I was like, it's already time. You can't just sleep in the entire day. Even though I was also tempted to just sleep in. I was just tempted to just sleep in. Yeah, I scheduled this to be in the morning because, like, I'm gonna go watch the Backrooms movie in the afternoon. I'm gonna go watch the Backrooms movie around the time I usually stream. So I scheduled this in the morning despite not being a morning person. Animals do tend to resemble their owners. I feel like my former dog kind of resembled me more than my current dogs. I slept around 5 hours but woke up twice. Oh, that's no good. Nice, enjoy the Backrooms, Chiaki. Is the movie even good? I've heard mixed things about it. Have fun. Hopefully it's not too scary for you. I hope so. Hope you have fun at the Backrooms movie. I liked it a lot personally, really. So you're watching the Backrooms movie. Have lots of fun, Best Hacker. Tell us if the movie is good or not. I gave it a solid 8 out of 10. Really? Are you saying you aren't even a menace that gets lost easily and has lots of energy? No. I would say I'm more low energy than high energy. I have like bursts of energy, but I wouldn't consider myself high energy. Why, do you actually think I'm high energy? I'll check out that movie whenever it hits streaming platforms. You have a favorite horror movie to compare it against? No, because I don't watch horror movies because I get scared of horror movies. That's the thing. I'm really bad with horror movies. Like, I can watch, what's it called? I can play horror games just fine, but movies, on the other hand. If you get scared while watching, you're allowed to hold or pause. For a movie based off a popular internet trend, it's probably alright. It's alright. I just haven't heard a lot of people, like, talk about it in, like, a positive light, so I don't know how good it is. You don't like your energy at 1 AM. Yes, this is true. There was one character whose backstory just kind of bored me. Wait, there's backstory in the Backrooms? I thought it was just like a random picture that someone took and was like, hey guys, look at how spooky this looks. Chiaki's only high energy after her nightly ice cream and needs to race around the house when everyone else is asleep. Precisely. I always think horror games are way scarier than movies since you control the characters. See, that's the thing, because I control it. I can, like, be sassy against the creature, but I don't control what happens to the people in the movie. But I control what happens to the people in the game. I just don't like jump scare stuff. The English version of The Ring was pretty scary back in cinema. I'm scared. I'm scared. I have heard that The Ring is pretty scary. To be fair, most reviews of the backrooms are from people that expected something similar to the games, not the film project. That's what I've heard a lot. It's based on the videos of the backrooms and not the game. The Ring is terrifying. I hated it. You need to watch the actual ARGs, and that's the one it's based on. It actually has tons of lore and backstory. I honestly just thought it was like a random picture that just went around. Kind of like how the husky picture with the dog, the smiling dog? I think so. There's tons of lore in the back rooms. It's all over the place though, because there's 100 variations. Yeah, I think I own the YouTube series. It's based on Kane Pixels. I have no idea who that is. That doesn't narrow it down. I have no clue who Kane Pixels is. The Ring is scary. If you're scared of spooky long-haired women coming from the TV all menacing. I mean, anything coming from your TV will be scary. If you really think about it. The Ring is a classic though. I only watched the Japanese version. It started with a picture, I think, kind of like SCP. It started with just a picture on 4chan and then someone made a YouTube video series and then he made it into a movie. So it just started with like a random image. And then people just kind of like spiraled from there. Yeah, like if Chiaki jumped out of my screen, yeah, if I pull a... What was the name of that game? Me-side? I pull a me-side and I just come out of your screen and then I grab you and I shake you. I feel like that would be pretty scary. It was just a picture, but people online develop an entire world out of it. I admire their creativity. Also, hi Red, welcome. But Chiaki's too cute to be scary. I bet you'll be scared if I shaked you. Manifesting the BN girl whose route I'm on to come out of the screen, please. You pull a Spy Kids 3. But they don't really come out of the screen in Spy Kids 3. It's just, you know, made to look like 3D-ish, but it's not really like 3D-ish. Unless you wear the red and blue glasses. The original pictures from a mall in I have no clue how you say that, Milwaukee? And for some reason the internet went wild over it. Wait, is that actually a mall? I thought it was just like a building in construction or something, and that's why it was empty. You're coming out of my screen. Me when I get you. Reach his hand through the screen. They do come out to the real world at the end. We would be terrified for sure, yes. Yes, you'll be very scared of it. Right, you would be. I wouldn't be any scared if a certain cat came from the TV and grabbed me. I'll probably be shaking on my boots by how menacingly adorable she would be. Nuh-uh. Scary. I believe it was the mall during construction. Okay, that makes more sense. I think the whole liminal spaces thing started from empty malls that were originally populated. The original image has some description, like a short creepypasta. Originally, the scary aspect was the loneliness of the place. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. It's like the idea of like a place that used to have a lot of people, but now it doesn't have any people or something. I don't know. I don't know much about horror. I don't know too much about horror. Actually, you'll be coming out of my phone screen and make you extra tiny. I'll increase my size. I'll increase my size. I think Chiaki reads silly place names like... Oh no! Or Seattle. How is Seattle silly though? I really like liminal spaces actually. I've been in empty parking lots at night and they feel so peaceful. Really? I feel like being in an empty parking lot at night is kind of scary. I watched a few video essays on liminal spaces, and the main thing seems to be a mix of isolation and nostalgia. I mean, I guess nostalgia if you know the history of the place. I don't know, when I think of liminal spaces, it reminds me of those pictures that people used to post. That were like, oh, I have this empty space, put something in it. And then people will put like random stuff on it. I don't know. I feel like I need to find an example if you haven't seen those images before. It's like, oh, I have this empty space underneath like my staircase or something. Put something in it. And people would just put like the dumbest things in there. I heard the original concept was creating fear through the emptiness of liminal space. But it was more grounded in the SCP Foundation scare in general. At least the creature. You gotta hold up, Chiaki. If it was an empty parking lot in a video game, I wouldn't be scared. Real life, on the other hand. I love the dumb empty space photos. Theirs was a recent one with a giant Shrek statue. It's totally terrifying to be in a place that should have people in it, but doesn't. I mean, yeah, because it's like the feeling of isolation, kinda. Oh, the odd empty spaces that were specifically made for one kind of furniture. Yeah, those types of spaces. It just reminds me of that whenever I think of like liminal space, even though it's not necessarily that, but I don't know why my mind goes there. The Backrooms movie was missing being chased by a JPEG. I've heard people saying that it's kind of slow, like it's kind of like a slow movie. I finally got hit with the no emo curse on mobile YouTube. Oh no! And YouTube still hasn't fixed it. How many days is it already? Since the no emo curse. Just taking away everyone's emo privileges. You get no emotes. For whatever reason. That is so odd that they still haven't fixed it. Unbelievable, YouTube, unbelievable. It's already been like 3 days? Probably more than 3 days, actually. But it's a hi Fern, welcome. But yeah, I've heard that the Backrooms movie is kind of like on the slower side. So maybe I'll be fine. I think, maybe. It's still unfixed for me. I still have to use my old phone for emotes. That is so weird. But they had to add the gems ASAP. I still don't know what was the point of the gems. Not gonna lie to you. Small indie company, please understand. I know they used to have like the hype button. I don't know if they ever brought it back. So I remember I was watching someone on mobile and I was like, wait, where did the hype button go? Speaking of movies based on video games, have Chiaki ever seen a movie based on the convenience from Chilla's art? Wait, is there a movie based on the convenience store from like Chilla's art? I'll take no emails over the fact YouTube straight up won't let me send half my messages at all. I have like the OBS chat open and I have like a separate chat window. And even then, mind you, I have both of them on live chat. And I've seen messages like pop up on the OBS one and then on the YouTube one they don't. And I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, that makes no sense because both of them are on live chat. It's not on top live chat. So I don't know why it does that. Hype is still around, but no one uses it. I'm waiting for the last episode of Amazing Digital Circus. I don't want to see it in the cinema. Didn't it already got leaked or something? I remember when they made the emote picker so slow that it froze the entire browser and made it impossible to watch streams. They fixed it after like 3 to 4 months? That's crazy. Well, the hype button's still there. Wasn't there a movie based on Exit 8? I thought it was like on the works. I watched a bit of Liminal Spacewalking Simulator with an Asian environment. I think Thailand or Indonesia. It was charming, but obviously no nostalgic to me. That's fair, you can't really be nostalgic for a place you've never been to. Apparently yes, not sure if it's already came out, but there was one in the making based on the convenience store. I mean, I didn't find the convenience store game scary, but I also don't find Chilla's art game scary. So maybe my opinion is not the best one in this regard. So I don't know how they... And like, okay. The main fear of like the convenience store, it wasn't even like the actual convenience store. It was like the whole like ring thing that they had going on with the tapes. So it wasn't even related to the convenience store. It was something entirely external. So I thought that was kind of like whatever. I avoided the leaks. Good luck in avoiding the leaks. I've heard that they're everywhere, so be careful. Always watch your back. That also reminds me, Iron Lung did get put out on YouTube, so it's time for that watch along. It's not on YouTube for me. I checked it. It's not on my YouTube yet. Yeah, I think it's in the United States, Canada, and like some other countries that I can't remember. But it's not there for me yet. So I'm like, this is so stinky. Come on, Mark, put it on my country. Me next. I find educational math games scary. Those are terrifying. YouTube is dying. Oh no. I don't find Chilla's games scary either. Okay, good to know it's not just me. I mean, the VHS were linked to the outhouse behind the convenience store. That is such a stretch, though. The only scary moment in convenience store was when Chiaki started singing anime songs. I don't think many find Chilla's art games necessarily scary. At least I don't. Me and my bro play them for the sole reason we like the low-budget horror aspect. I think it's only in English-speaking countries, ma'am. I know someone tried to test the hype button with his audience when it was new, and it didn't do much. But I've seen people talking about it recently. Something happened. I don't know how much it does, to be fair. I have no clue. VPN time? Ugh, what a pain. What a pain. I feel like the Chilla's games are a bit scary when you first play them, because the art style is kind of creepy, but after the first one you get used to it for it to not be scary. Yeah, it's only 5 countries. Yeah, Iron Lung is only in 5 countries, I think. Except for the gaming news that was announced yesterday. I'm excited for Wolf Among Us 2. That's my main hype point. And I do want to try Code Veronica as well. But Wolf Among Us... I went back and I saw my face and then I got like embarrassed a little bit. I realized it. Like I went back on the VOD and then I saw it and I got a bit embarrassed, not gonna lie. But it was like too evident on my face. What's the last Chill's art game, a fishing one? Yeah, Umigari or something? I forgot the exact name. Netflix isn't worth the subscription without a VPN. Same for Crunchyroll. They should offer bundle deals. I mean, they're different companies, but it would be neat if they offered like a bundle deal. But it was cute how excited you got. It was a good face. The first thing I saw on Twitter after the Wolf Among Us 2 announcement was a whole collection of all the time they have announced the game. They have announced it so many times. But like, it's been a while since any news. And the fact that they said, yeah, 2027. And they showed way more than just pictures. I think the last trailer was like years ago. Other than that, it was just like, hey guys, we're working on the game. And then proceed to not show anything. Like, this is the first time in a while we get like a proper trailer. So it was like, oh my god, it's real. It's actually real. I actually watched the Iron Lung movie days ago. I'll say you'll probably enjoy it, only if you enjoyed the game. I thought the game was like a fine experience. It was fine. Like it's okay. Like it does what it went out to do. It was so obvious how happy you had gotten at the announcement. I need to go back and screenshot it. No! I fell asleep. I missed Wolf Among Us. I'll have to go rewatch just for your expression. No. I think Chilla's games are charming, random, and scary, but the boat one seems to have good gameplay. It's okay, not to be embarrassed. To be hyped for a game you're looking forward to. It was an adorable reaction. It was the one you reacted to the strongest. I feel like it was. Yeah. Time to put your reaction in the clip compilation. Oh god. You need to watch the infamous father cutscene from Code Veronica before playing the remake. Yeah, I don't really know much about Code Veronica, so when they teased it, I had no idea that was Code Veronica. Speaking of Code Veronica, apparently there was a joke about boulders which made it obvious it was just an evil due to boulder punching Chris. I don't think I remember seeing anything about, like, boulders. I think it was mostly about the grandma. If Chiaki's worried about being excited and happy that the game is announced, that was me, but with Attack on Titan 3. I feel good till I reacted extra much then. All the dev time for Wolf Among Us 2 was basically, we get there when we get there. It was essentially that. It was like, we get there when we get there. And then Telltale died for like the gazillion time. It was like, oh, Telltale died again. And then like, there was like a lot of like, discussion about who would get the rights and whatever. And then nothing came out of it. And yeah, it was just stuck in development limbo for a very long time. And somehow Telltale returned again. It was the grandma speaking. She made a joke about it looking like a boulder had made a mess in her house. I mean, I feel like that's not really a clue unless you really just play that game. Somehow Telltale returned, which is weird. Telltale's logo was in the announcement yesterday. They keep dying and like returning. It took 2-pack. Nothing gets done without 2-pack. Oh god, not that Yakuza Jason game having 2-pack and Snoop Dogg. And they're like, oh, it's because this game like relates to what we do. And I just look to the side like, does it? And I'm like, does it really? I only knew about the part, we might now get their dispatches done. And didn't just expect it to be that fast. That was wild. Yeah, the fact that he said that, I was just looking to the side like, but does it really? I thought Telltale died a long time ago. They keep dying and coming back. The amount of times Telltale died and then make a new studio instead. I figured it was never happening. Yeah. 2-pack revived just for that moment. Does it? That's genuinely wild, because how does Snoop Dogg and 2-pack relate to it all? That's what I want to say. When my friends saw 2-pack, they started laughing. It was just so unreal to see 2-pack and Snoop Dogg. I feel like they were just looking for an excuse to add 2-pack to the game. Look at all these people who don't know the Snoop Dogg and 2-pack lore. I know Snoop Dogg appeared in a game before, but I don't think 2-pack ever appeared in a game. Oh yeah, the Wolf Among Us / Fables rights are kind of a mess because the creator had a huge fallout with DC. That's also what I heard, yeah. And something about the creator not liking the adaptation that Telltale made, so I was like, I don't know if Wolf Among Us 2 is ever gonna see the life of day. Okay, 2-pack died like 30 years ago. Wait, then who's that guy then? There's just a Japanese actor in the game that passed away a decade ago. Did they just clone 2-pack into the game? I mean, to be fair, I don't know. I just know 2-pack by name. Then who was the other guy that was standing with Snoop Dogg? That's them digging 2-pack out of his grave. That's 2-pack. Okay, that celebrity endorsement in there. But how is he in the game? Can you actually do that? Is that like... That's like the joke that he revived just to appear on the game. I thought you meant died like figuratively, not like literally. That's Snoop's son. He got isekai. That's crazy. I thought the guy that was next to Snoop Dogg was 2-pack. They showed 3-pack. Stop. The guy next to Snoop was his son. To be fair, I don't really keep up with Snoop Dogg, so I didn't know that was his son. I thought that was 2-pack. I didn't know 2-pack was dead. As long as his family gives permission, they're allowed to put 2-pack in games. It still feels wild. That feels even weirder though, considering he's not even alive. Jackie's killing me right now. I'm sorry, I didn't know he was dead. I thought the guy next to him was 2-pack. So then when you said he's dead, I was like, then who's the guy that was next to him? It's done in cooperation with his estate. I mean, I guess if the family gives permission, but it just feels weird, you know? Like, it's one thing to adapt, like, the work of someone who passed away, like the whole like Willy Wonka thing. But like it's another to put someone that was like, you know, that's no longer alive in a game. I remember Snoop was playing an FPS at some event and he was just running into walls. A staff attendant had to help him. So it's his son. I was talking to my bro. It was so weird they added the guy when he was dead. Kicking out realizing Tupac is dead is too funny. Sorry, I didn't know. Having his likeness is really wild, but well, it is what it is. That's crazy though. Yeah, it feels really odd to do it since it's just straight up him. That does feel weird. Like, it's such an odd choice. The Tupac rabbit hole. Like, I still don't understand what was the point of adding him though. Because like, what was the point of him being there then? I guess it's one of those he's a historical figure kind of situation. I guess, but still kind of weird. This might need to go into the clip compilation too. No. No, not this one. Not me not knowing that, like, Tupac was... not knowing who Tupac was and thinking that the guy next to Snoop Dogg was Tupac. I still don't understand why they needed to have him in the game. I don't know. It's the equivalent of having featured actors in a film. Yeah, but they don't really include dead actors. My best part when Chiaki made the exclamation from the new Stellar Blade, there's guys in the game. I mean, the only thing people ever talk about Stellar Blade is the women. So I thought it was like a universe where there were no guys. I was like, wait, Stellar Blade has men? Because no one ever talks about the guys. They always talk about the girls. I just assumed there was no men. Why Tupac is in Japan fighting the Yakuza that is more historically questionable. No clue what they were thinking with that one. So that to Star Wars. People do talk about the girls in Star Wars. Oh, that one was funny. Which reminds me, there's plenty of guys in Stellar Blade, so it makes it even funnier. I never played it. I've never played it. I'm only going by like what people like said, you know? And people only talk about the girls. No, about using dead actors like in Star Wars. Does Star Wars use dead actors? I mean, I know like next to nothing about Star Wars, so I feel like I'm not the best person to ask. I mean, to be fair, I know why they don't talk about the guys, but that still doesn't mean there's no dudes. People only care about the girls, and one specific guy, to be fair. I mean, it's kind of like those anime where it's like cute girls doing cute things, and like there's barely like any guys in those shows. So I was thinking maybe it's like that, but instead of cute girls doing cute things, it's like cool girls doing cool things. So I just didn't know that there were men in Stellar Blade. Grand Moff Tarkin. Oh, is that the character whose actor already passed away? Morning, Chiaki. Hi, Mayonaka. Welcome. We gotta get the boss to play some Lego Star Wars so she can understand the lore. Shibuya girls. Being glam. Starkward did it once in the new movie. Rather than no guys, they had no people. Stellar Blade had like 2 guys, I think. Now it happens in the Reborn of Civilization. Oh, so hi, Colt. Welcome. There's only one girl on the cover of Stellar Blade, to be fair. Like, how do you expect me to know? Tubular girls doing tubular things. Lego Star Wars, the complete saga is mandatory material for all human beings, is it? But yeah, in my defense, like, the very, like, small snippets of gameplay that I've seen from Stellar Blade is usually just girls. Or people talking about the girls. It's like, oh my god, the outfit from this girl. And it's just about the girls. So, like, how am I supposed to know that Stellar Blade has men? I just knew they had women. So I was like, there's guys? Men exist in Stellar Blade? I wonder if Chiaki knows Nier Automata has guys and 90% of posts are just the girls. No, I know there's a guy. There's a dude. It's like the I forgot his name because I haven't played the games. It's the short guy. The short guy with the blindfold. I forgot what he was called. I know there's one man. 9S. Oh, true, the little brother guy. Of course, it's popular. 9S is his name. Yeah, I know there's a dude. A dude, she knows. There's more than a dude. There's more than one. To be fair, the outfits are one of the biggest part of the gameplay, so a lot of people are interested in that part. Oh, so hi Shito. Welcome. To be fair to Chiaki, Stellar Blade was made by a gacha company. Yeah, there's more than just there's just one. That's crazy. In my defense, it's just the way Stellar Blade does marketing. They never mention their male characters. It's always about the girls. So, to someone that is outside of the sphere of Stellar Blade, I wouldn't know there's dudes. There's more than just man, there's men. What's your main game? I don't have a main game. I don't really play like one game as like, oh yeah, this is the game that I play all the time. No, I kind of just like do a variety of games. So I don't really have a main game. All I know about Stellar Blade is they made the women being very women-like, and that's all I know about the IP. The women are very women-like. What about WoW? World of Warcraft? Don't let her fool you. It's Fire 3 Houses. How many 3 Houses streams have I done? 1. Not just the marketing, but what people talk about too. At least from what I saw, I never played it. Exactly! Exactly! Like, it's all that people talk about. Pokemon? I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like I'll have to play more Pokemon for it to be like my main game. But yeah, at least we know that one game will have men. Yeah, that one game that they promoted that was like men and monsters. And then that's how you know. I was like, okay, now I know that game has men. Unlike with Stellar Blade that I didn't know. At least this one made it obvious. One so far, but Fortune Sweep will have 100 once it actually releases. Fire Emblem Heroes is Chiaki's main game. Stop spreading lies. The vampire game, yeah. Oh no. Oh, these moments are gonna end up in the compilation. That's so embarrassing. But yeah, I almost forgot because my brain is kind of like still kind of sleepy. But for the 3-year anniversary that's coming up in like 2 weeks, in case you didn't see like the little post that I made on YouTube, because I don't know how much YouTube notifies about those, I wanted to do a clip compilation. And I wanted to gather clips that you guys choose. You can either use the YouTube like clipping feature, or if it's too long for the YouTube clipping feature, you can put the timestamps and the link to the stream, so I can just like get it. 3 years of Chiaki already. I know, it's crazy. I'm praying we get that Nintendo Direct soon, since I realize that most of the series I'm into are announced there. This time I'll try to do something special for Chiaki for once. I appreciate the sentiment though.
Let the hacking begin.
Main game, are you finally talking about Bubsy? That's not my main game. I haven't even played like that for like 3 years already. Where do you want us to send them? Are you going to do a form for it? I was thinking either a form, or you could probably just like, if you use the YouTube clipping feature, you can probably just link them in like the comments. But I don't know if a form will make it easier. I don't know if you guys would prefer a form, or kind of just like putting it in the comments. I don't know which one would be better. 3 years, haven't been here for 1 yet. You guys are rapidly approaching 20k. It's kind of crazy to think we're rapidly approaching it. Soon, TM. Soon. Form will probably make it easier. I think so. Did you get a notification if someone makes a clip? Unfortunately, no. YouTube doesn't notify me. It doesn't notify me. I wish it did, honestly, but no. A form sounds good. I guess I could make a form, so it makes it a little bit easier. Because I wasn't sure if, like, people would prefer a form or just, like, commenting it. Because I know some people don't like to fill forms. I know some people would rather just, like, comment it rather than fill out forms. So I was wondering if it would be worth it to make a form. So, but if you guys think a form would be better, I'll make a form.
New recruits, welcome.
Especially since if we need to send one longer than the clipping tool allows, or if it's kind of split, it'll be easier on us. That is true. This is true. Also, Shido, thank you so much for being a member of Nylina for 15 months. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna use this in advance. Happy 3 years of Chiaki. It's fun to listen to your yappity yapping sessions. Thank you. Clips with the 1.0 Chiaki are okay too, right? Yeah, I want to do a combination of, like, essentially, like, current Chiaki and 1.0 Chiaki. Because, you know, it's 3 years, so I feel like it'll be nice to kind of, like, have clips from both. I've seen it done with a Twitter hashtag before, but those can be weird. The thing is with Twitter, it's like, a lot of the time it, like, shadow bans a lot of things for me for whatever reason. Like, I've had things, like, disappear and, like, not appear until, like, weeks later. So, I don't find out about things until, like, weeks. Because then, like, it doesn't get shown to me.
New recruits, welcome.
So, Twitter is kind of like, eh. I don't get how that even works. I don't know how the shadow ban works. It's so random. Sometimes it's a gamble if someone is shadow banned. Yeah. You can do both, but a form feels more natural. I guess so. Also, Mark, thank you so much for being a member of Nylina for 31 months. Thank you, thank you. I would like to thank the Academy. I would like to thank the Academy, my family, and my mentor, and I don't get how that works, but yeah. I never actually seen much 1.0 Chiaki, so seeing someone in the compilation would be awesome. I think it'll be interesting to see 1.0 and then, like, current. So submitting it to you directly should be more ideal. Yeah, that's true. I've seen you reposting art later on and commenting Twitter. Twitter was hiding it for you, so it's definitely a pain dealing with Twitter. Yeah, essentially, like, because things don't, like, pop up for me at times. And I don't get to find out because Twitter decides to not show it to me. So, I'll like to thank the cat that has been with me through all these years. And the Academy. Can't forget the Academy. You always gotta thank the Academy. The clip I have in mind is 1.0. That works. I think it's nice to have, like, a good combination. It'll be fun to see a bunch of funny Chiaki moments I missed out on. I'll have to boot up DaVinci once again. Because I haven't really, like, properly edited in a fair bit. Like, I've done, like, simple cuts and stuff like that, but properly edited, I haven't really done it in a hot minute. I really like to just submit a bunch of them, because I can definitely think of a lot of them. You can submit a good amount of them. Obviously, like, if it turns out the whole thing is like an hour, I'll probably cut it. I highly doubt we're gonna, like, reach that point, but... Gotta do one good edit then. Is there a limit to the amount of clips we can send? I don't really think so, honestly. I'm not really, like, thinking of putting, like, a harsh limit on it. Because I will have to see, like... Yeah, I'll try to limit myself to not sending a whole stream worth of clips. So yeah, like, I don't want the final thing to be like an hour. So, well, how long was the first one I did? I think it was like 10 minutes. I'm trying to like look back because I did edit one like forever ago. The one I edited, the 1 year of Chiaki Katsumi. That was 7 minutes. If I submit a clip of you, I want to put a good amount of effort into it first. I appreciate it. 1.0 Chiaki, Chibiaki PNG Chiaki, 3D Spice and Wolf Chiaki, 2.0 Chibi 3D Chiaki, 2.0 Chiaki. There's so many Chiakis. The Chiakiverse increases. It was 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes. Crazy to think about. Yeah, and that was only for like 1 year. Do you want us to do any edits to them or want to do all of it yourself like last time? I did mention like people are free to edit if they want. Like if they want to send like an edited clip, then you can send it. Obviously, it would help a lot, but I'm not gonna tell you guys to edit them. I'm not gonna tell you guys to edit them. I know how long it takes to edit as someone who has done editing. So I'm not gonna tell you like, you gotta edit them right now. No, I'm not gonna tell you to do that. Well, obviously it will help. If you can't like edit them, you can just like send the timestamp if it's too long, or the clip from like the YouTube clipping thingy majiggy. It's a bit complicated to set a max number because it also depends on the length of the clips. Yeah, that's true. Emoji Chiaki edit. Unregister hype cam. Edit the clips or fun tunnel. I have no problem with that, boys. Aw, thank you. But yeah, so you can definitely edit them if you like, but if you're unable to edit them, don't feel obligated. Sorry, Chick. If I could edit videos, I would done clips of you a long time ago. It's just too much of pain getting the videos for the clips from YouTube. That's where the YouTube clipping feature comes in. To be fair, they could definitely improve the YouTube clipping feature. It's not as good as the Twitch one, but it works, kinda. Signing up for Adobe right now. The sacrifices we make for you, boss. I salute you for entering the Adobe waters. They're quite scary, not gonna lie. I'll see if I can actually find time to edit them, but we'll see with work and into sleep. Yeah, like if you can't edit them, don't worry about it. It's the weekend, so gotta do some errands. Nice yapping with you all. How about the rest of your evening, Can? Or morning, or afternoon. Whichever time it is for you. YouTube download. Yeah, to be honest, there's so many features at YouTube that has been implemented. I mean, yeah. Clip Chimp is pretty good. That's the first time that I've ever heard of that name, not gonna lie. What is Clip Chimp? Clip Chimp. What is that? Online video editor. Oh, you mean Clip Champ? I was like, is there a Clip Monkey? Is it an edited sour? Yes, but I think it's called Clip Champ. So it's like chimp? Like the monkey? Maybe I can't edit the videos, but I got a handful saved with the clipping tool. So it'll come in handy. Clip monkey. Oh god. Yes, I forgot it's Champ. I know this is very random, but Chiaki, thank you for always making a morning bright and funny. Your stream always ended around 7 to 9 a.m. Clip Champ isn't too bad. Hey, it gets the job done. If anything, it gets the job done. So, like, if you need to do something simple, Clip Champ is, like, plenty. Legally distinct. But thank you for the kind words, Tito. Thank you. I mean, Clip Champ works if you just need to make something simple. I've used it a few times, but usually if I just need to do something, I just use DaVinci. But it can definitely just help if you just need to do something simple. It's also valuable on phones. I think it's on Windows though. Isn't it installed with like every computer that has Windows? Unless you have Linux or like a Mac, then I don't know what to tell you. Then I don't know what to tell you. But like for the most part, I think it's like installed with like Windows. I don't know if Windows 10 has it. I know 11 does. It's in my Windows 11. Yeah, I know I have it when I was forced to update into Windows 11 thanks to my brother. I'll never forgive him for this. I'll never forgive him for this transgression towards me. But alas. Never used Clipchamp, but the name sounds familiar. It's like the newer movie maker, essentially. It's the new movie maker. It's still messed up. He just put Windows 11 without asking. Yeah. Sick and twisted. I'll never forgive. If it's Windows 11, then I'm done because I still have 10 installed. I don't know if 10 has it. I can't remember. Oh, so hi, Yukari. Welcome. Oh, true. It's a substitute movie maker. I was thinking of CapCut. Yeah, I think CapCut is the mobile one. I don't know if 10 has it. I can't check, so I wouldn't know. I forgot it was because of Katsuber you upgraded to Windows 11? Yeah. It's because of when, like, I had to reformat my computer. And then, like, I had to reinstall Windows. And he was like, I only have Windows 11, so you're gonna get Windows 11. I'm like, you're evil. You're evil! I'll never forget this transgression against me. What if you use Clip Studio to edit? I don't think you can edit in Clip Studio, though. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's possible. I just set up a new PC and put 10 on it. No way I would voluntarily use 11. Escape it for as long as you can. Keep running from it from as long as you possibly can. Escape. Run away. Can't you just reinstall 10 from the PC itself when reformatting? You didn't even need to get 11. He just forced you to do it for no reason. I don't think you can, though. I hate 11 because BitLocker sealed away my HDD. I had to clean and install my gaming PC? Bro. That is so stinky. That is so bad. You can. I just did it last night, so I need to reformat mine. Man. Thankfully, I got Steam Deck with Linux as backup plan if I'm ever forced to update to 11. I already escaped. I'm Linux pilled now. The problem is that there's a lot of like apps that don't work with Linux. A lot of games too. Microsoft forces you to update to Windows 11. Yeah. I'm not gonna use 11. They can't make me. They're gonna force you. They're gonna hold you at gunpoint and be like, you're gonna update to 11 and you're gonna like it. You're gonna like our bloatware. So hi SSD, welcome. Linux is still behind with app and game support. Yeah, that's kind of like the main thing with it. My PC's a decade old. Thankfully, it never forced me to upgrade. You might not meet the requirements, I think. That's primarily the reason our home computer at home doesn't use Linux. Unfortunately, not every game is compatible. I just want to use Windows 7. Good luck. Unfortunately, the Apple face tracking doesn't work properly on Linux. Man. Oh, so hi Ark. Welcome. Direct download into brain while you sleep. Exactly. Bloatware and spyware. They slowly spy on you. Oh my god. I can... I'm not a morning creature. You can technically use Windows 7, but good luck avoiding all the malware. Oh yeah. True. I just want to return to the Windows XP simpler times. I don't know if they really were simple. I feel like that may just be nostalgia speaking. We can tell you're a nocturnal kitty. I'm a nocturnal creature. I'm a creature of the night. Needs caffeine. I haven't gotten my tea, to be fair. So I am awake by sheer determination. I just hear the yawns. I kind of like more silently yawn. I don't really like make noise when I yawn. I submit Windows Ace and suck turn by turning as the issue one. Go get some tea. It's gonna take a while for the kettle to be done. I miss my grassy hill and blue sky background. I mean, you can still get that background probably. It won't feel the same, but you can emulate the feeling. I don't even download Nylena brand spyware. You should. The simpler times when there was no OS at all. Everything directly on the PC. Windows XP is great, Chiaki, along with old Firefox. No, not nostalgia. I'm completely joking. It took 3 business days to actually do anything with the old systems. Windows 7 is starting to have issues running newer software. You won't find drivers anymore. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, so hi Wolf. Welcome, welcome. You can always get the background again, but it's not the same. You can emulate the feeling. In gaming with 1024 times 576. I don't like those resolutions. They do not spark joy. It's alright. I got caught mid-yawn when I was talking. I was reading that and then I got caught mid-yawn. It'll be worse if you keep being so eepy through the whole duration. Get your tea. It's fine, we're doing Satsui. Just haven't wait for you to come back. I guess it is true. You're making me yawn, I'm sorry! I'm sorry. How does that work though? How does that work? Is it because you're seeing me do like the yawning motions and that's making you yawn? Imagine Nylena's spyware. Chiaki Katsumi would like to know your location. Allow? Absolutely. You should. Depends on the cave. On Chiaki's cave, you still give me PTSD of all Windows error. It's all according to Keikaku. For me, it's the sound and motion. The sound? Is it really the sound? Because it's not like I make much of a sound. But Chiaki, the CRT square monitors, they speak to me. Does the static also speak to you? Does getting close to the TV and like touching it and giving you like a small like electric jolt also speak to you? You never had that happen and you see someone being eepy and get eepy yourself? I mean, yeah, but that's when you like see them like, you know, in person. The motion mostly. I always wonder if it was the motion. I'm trying to look away. I'm trying to look away so it doesn't track when I yawn. I was trying to look to the side so it wouldn't track it. Even in space, cats can hear you yawn. The TV static is so nostalgic, is it? We yawn in sync with boss. But Chiaki, if you take a huge magnet and put it next to the CRT, you get funny colors. I can't say that I ever tried that, no. I can't say that I try it, so I wouldn't know. Chiaki, you can still tell that you're yawning if you move away like that. Yeah, but you won't feel compelled to yawn because you won't see me do the motion, I think. The looking to the side is not very stealthy. Even if you try hiding your yawn, you can still hear it. I mean, if I try to hold my yawn, I feel like it tries to escape. Like through my ears or something. Wait your tea, girl. We can wait a little bit. I guess so. Or no. I guess I'll go get it. So your yawns are cute, but I miss gaming on DOS and put one of those floppy disks with 100 games on them when I was 5. I mean, I've never seen a floppy disk, so I can't say. I did that and my TV turned purple for a few hours! Don't do that to your TV. Don't do that to the TV. Okay, I'm gonna go get some tea. So I shall be right back, so... BRB, be right back. I got tea. I don't know why that took a while for my brain to register. I was like, I was gonna say food, but no, I didn't get food. I got tea, that's what I meant to say.
Thank you for the tip.
Reaper, thank you so much for the super. Ato, thank you so much for the super. Colt, thank you so much for the super. Utopia, thank you so much for the super. Fireball, thank you so much for the super. And Kat, thank you so much for becoming a member of Nailina. Thank you. And Andrew, thank you so much for the super. And Blade, thank you so much for the tip. Thank you. How can you be this adorable? What do you mean? Hiding your yawns by looking away. Watching you actually do the motions is the most adorable thing ever. Welcome back, boss. Thank you. I've returned with tea. Brain's still lagging. It's morning. It's 11, but... What is tea but drinkable food? Yes and no. What kind of tea did you get? This is green tea. Green tea with ginger. Because I need the caffeine. I need the caffeine. I can't just like wake up and be like, good morning, sunshine. I'm ready for the day. No, I wake up and I glare at you. I wake up and I'm like, what? That's kind of like how it is. I am not a morning person. I am not a morning person. Put a sandwich in a blender? Ew. That's nasty. I mean, I'm wrong. You were the most terrible thing about shyly hiding your yawns. What was that voice? It reminded me of the Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where he goes like, "Good morning, sunshine." I don't know if you remember that scene from the movie. It's okay, I'm not that much of a coffee person, so I tend to default to tea. Yeah, fair enough. I like seeing that Chiaki waking up and glaring at me. I'm not a morning person, so I feel like I'm very, like... not very... If someone wakes me up, I just look at them. You know that image of, like, SpongeBob glaring? I feel like that's me. Where is it? Hold on. There really is a SpongeBob image for everything. SpongeBob glaring. I need to find it. Come on. I need to find it. It's like where he's like lying in bed. And he's like just like glaring because they woke him up. Good morning, sunshine. The world says hello. Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know, when you say good morning, sunshine, I can only think of Monokuma. This morning monologue. Good morning! I can't do his voice. I haven't heard him in like forever. SpongeBob is full of memes. It is. I'm trying to like find it. I can't find it though. Like now that I need it, I keep finding like a bunch of different ones, but not the one that I'm talking about. Oh! I found it. I found it. Rise and shine, Earth sign. That's from like V3. I do know that one from V3. Going for a quick walk outside wakes me up. Sunlight directly entering your retina makes your body stop melatonin production for whatever the alertness chemical is. I feel like if I do that, I just like squint my eyes. I have very sensitive eyes to like light and stuff, so I get easily flashbang, like super easily. So like if I go outside, I'm just gonna be like ah, because I have like very sensitive eyes to light. Funny enough, I can barely remember Monokuma's after I played 100 Lines so much. Now I just know the mascots from that game. I don't. Good morning! I just remember he said something like that. But I don't remember the details, so I haven't played Danganronpa in like forever. Just stuck up on cortisol. I don't want to be on flight or fight mode all the time. Maybe not preferable first thing in the morning. No. I don't think so. Oh, here it is. So this is like me. This is me if you like wake me up. I don't have like the you know. I don't have like the very like Genki like, oh my god, I'm awake and ready for the day. No, I look like this. I look like this if someone wakes me up. Sensitive eyes, sensitive ears. My best girl had to be nerfed. Does that mean you have to wear like glasses when going outside? I mean sunglasses. I just like don't look. I look down. Because I forget sunglasses often. But yeah, I technically should use sunglasses more because I have very sensitive eyes. That's me whenever I wake up. Gets woken up. I don't get paid enough for this.
Thank you for the tip.
Boss hates me. That's just me in general. If you wake me up, I look like this. Like that's just how it is. Good morning, everyone. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day. Yeah, he kind of sounds something like that. I can't get his exact voice because I haven't listened to it. But yeah, that's his quote. Yeah, the Monokuma quote. The boss needs sunglasses because her future's too bright. Yeah, I should get used to wearing sunglasses more. I don't know, I feel like sunglasses don't really work for me because like they make like my face look big. Because I have like smaller eyes, I feel. I don't really have like big eyes, so they just make me look goofy. The opposite is worse when you accidentally wake up too early. Oh yeah, when your body wakes you up early. Get the Matrix sunglasses. Using aviator glasses. It's funny how irritated SpongeBob looks. There's like a SpongeBob meme for everything. I'm just telling you. Like if you need like an image for a situation, I'm pretty sure there's a SpongeBob equivalent. And Lord and behold, this is true.
New recruits, welcome.
Gotta just embrace it and get the giant heart sunglasses. Yo, 8 months! Oh my god, it is 8 months. But thank you so much for being a member for 8 months, yo. Thank you. And hello. Hiyo. SpongeBob has something or basically everything. It does. It really does. It really does, honestly. There's a SpongeBob image for whatever you need. The problem is like actually trying to look up the specific image. Like just now. Like I was looking for it and I got like a bunch of different like images that were not the one that I was looking for. I mean, to be fair, this face could also apply. But it's not the one that I would make. Yeah, there's so much of it that it becomes clutter and all the other glares. Yeah, there is, yeah. But yeah, I'm hardwired to be a nocturnal person rather than a morning person. That's just how it's always been. I can imagine it can be difficult to find pretty specific memes. It is. It definitely is. I really wish I weren't here right now, Batch is a classic. Yeah. It is. So true. It do be like that. It definitely do be like that. I'm a night owl that's forced to be an early riser and I hate it. Do you stay up late, boss? Yes, but that's mostly because I have insomnia. I tend to go to bed pretty late, but that's mostly because I have insomnia and it takes me a bit to fall asleep. Brain thinks too much and I need to like tire myself out. Otherwise, I can't really sleep. And I've tried going to sleep earlier, but it's hard. I kind of just like turn in bed for like a while. And I'm like, well, at this point I could just be doing something else. No one wants to be a Squidward, no. I have that problem too. Yeah, it do be hard. Like, I feel like the only way it's like getting myself like tired. I saw you posting at 2 AM again recently. Wait, what did I post at 2 AM? I didn't post anything. Wait, did I post something? I don't remember. It takes like 1 to 2 hours to fall asleep. I get that. Yeah, it takes me like 1 or 2 hours to fall asleep. Busted. I don't remember posting anything. May you just have too many thoughts in your mind when you go to sleep. I know when it happens to me I have trouble. The Pragmata post. Oh wait, true. Wait, that is true. That was like at 2 AM. You did. Never mind. That is true. I thought you meant like yesterday, and I was like, when did I post yesterday at 2 AM? I don't think I posted anything. Every night I play a movie in my head for 30 minutes until I eat. See, I wish I could do that, but whenever I try to think of something, I just see the void. I think my top 2 off the top of my head is the dancing one where SpongeBob basically asks why Squidward's one is on the planet, and also the Patrick Technology meme. I thought that one was Squidward, the technology one. Or do you mean the we have technology? The 2 AM post, it was like 6 AM for me. Okay, maybe I did post that. The void can drive you crazy. I mean, I also don't really tend to have like a lot of mental images. So like, it's really hard to describe things unless I have like a visual representation of it. Which I try to do when I draw it, and then it doesn't look like I thought it would look. This is why whenever I draw, I need like a gazillion references because I just can't imagine things in my head. I don't know. I feel like I may have aphantasia to a certain degree because I can kind of see things in my head, but also they're kind of blurry. So it's not like fully void. It's like watching a stream in 144p. Have you tried ASMR before? Sometimes the sounds blast thoughts out of my head and I can't sleep. No, because I have very sensitive ears and I hate when audio goes through like my ears. Like you hear the audio moving through your ears, that drives me insane. I hate that. Like I remember there was this one game we were playing and there was one section where it did that and it made me unreasonably angry. I was like, I hate it. I don't like when audio like travels through your ears like weirdly like that. No, it I can't deal with that. It drives me insane. Can you imagine things like kanjis that you try to write? I can vaguely see it. I never heard it described that way before. It kind of like feels like, you know, like something like crawling through your skin. Crawling through my skin. What game even was that? I already forgot. I don't remember which game it was. I remember there was a game where they did that and it's like, it made me angry. And that game was called Cooking Companions. No, Cooking Companions didn't do that. Cooking Companions whispered. And that also, I don't like people whispering in my ears. It makes me like, I don't know. Like a rumble? It's more than it's not really a rumble. It's like, I think usually those effects are done with ASMR mics. So they have like the sound travel from ear to ear. And like, some people find that relaxing. For me, I don't know. It makes me angry. It drives me insane. I can't stand it. I have very sensitive ears, mind you. So, maybe that's why. You hate those 4D audios? I don't like them. I don't like them. Is it specifically the binaural effect? Yeah, it's the binaural effect. I don't like the binaural effect. I don't like it. I really don't like that. And that's kind of like the main thing with like ASMR. It's like the whole binaural audio. Like, no, I can't stand it. Have you tried reading? That could help you tire out, maybe. I know it does for me, at least. Car crash ASMR. I play sleeping music. But, like, that's not directly in my ears, you know? Like, you don't have to wear headphones to, like, hear the thing. So, like... Do you like surround sound in movies? I feel like if I'm not wearing headphones, it's fine. But when it's audio that like directly like travels like through your ears with headphones, I don't like that. Like if I'm like listening through speakers, it's kind of like fine. But if I'm wearing like headphones, I don't really like that. The 40 audio and up are fun for me, just the spinning music. I hate people whispering on my ears for ASMR sounds when using headphones. The only someone I accept whisper to my ear is Chiaki, because your voice is like music. I don't know if my voice is really that pleasant to listen to. Understandable, it's not a thing for everyone. You have to have a preference for it. Well, yeah, there's people that have a preference for like, you know, what are these? Words of affirmation, whispers, or just like rain sounds and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, I can't really listen to ASMR because like I have very sensitive ears, and like the whole binaural audio setup that it's usually done for those, it would drive me insane. A normal person would probably like it, but it would drive me insane. I always play a space documentary to help me sleep. I just use sleeping music, yeah. But I personally have to use headphones. Oh no, I don't use like sleeping music. Like I don't use headphones because I move around a lot. Sometime I fell asleep mid-stream and the dream is me continuing to watch that stream and hearing what the streamer is saying IRL. Oh my god. The Inception. Your sensitive cat ears of yours, yes, my big ears. I want soon that is, AMR. Tell me I'm a worm. Isn't that just more like sadist ASMR? The bed flopping is a mood. It does. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like that's also one of the reasons why I could never do ASMR. Because like, I can't even like listen to ASMR myself. So it would be kind of like weird to do ASMR when I can't even listen to it myself. Because for ASMR, you kind of have to check the audio and stuff like that. So like, the fact that I wouldn't even be able to listen to it, it's like, it wouldn't really work. Just because I can't listen to that type of audio in general. Like, even in games. Like, whenever they do like that audio that goes to your ears, it makes me want to like remove my headphones and just be like, stop. If you know that image of like the guy removing his headphones, that's me whenever they do like that type of audio. Yeah, it would be hard to even test everything yourself too. Yeah. I don't listen to ASMR since I keep the volume really low on most things, which makes ASMR too quiet for me to hear. Oh yeah, with ASMR you kind of have to put it like pretty loud. I know that one, yeah. That's essentially me with like that type of like sound design. ASMR, but she doesn't love you if you're a worm. The ASMR of like, but she don't love you if you were a worm. Will you love me if you were a worm? And the ASMR is just like, no. No, I would not. I would put you in a garden and then I'll summon a bird so then it eats you and... Honestly, I feel like just listening to recordings of my own voice in general. I mean, to be fair, they do say that your voice sounds different to you when you listen to it on like a recording than what people are actually listening to. And sometimes I do wonder that because I like listen to my own voice and I'm like, do I really sound like that? Do I actually sound like that? Is that how I sound like? Also, hi Ghostamint, welcome. ASMR is strange for me. I can understand that it makes some people relax. I just happen to be in like the minority in which it does the opposite of what it's supposed to do. You will let us be eaten by a bird? I mean, I wouldn't. You really do sound that cute, do I? My voice sounds way different in my head versus in recordings, and I pray I don't actually sound like that since I sound like such a dork. I just feel like I sound like a nerd when I talk. Which, I mean, it's accurate, but still. Someone made a whole indie movie out of it. You will love their spouse if they're a worm. Wait, there's an entire movie about that? I get that feeling too. Like, is my voice really that chopped? What's up, Blade? Thank you so much for the tip. Thank you. If Chiaki did ASMR, we'd have million Katsuron casualties. Too powerful for it happening. You would steal all of her hearts. I don't know. I don't feel like I would be able to pull it off. With the main reason is like, I wouldn't even be able to listen to it myself to make sure that it's actually good. Just because like, it would hurt me more than it would hurt you. Due to my big sensitive ears. But that's just in general. I've always had like more sensitive hearing than like my entire family. It's like my family is very prone to playing loud music, and like loud music, for example, is just like, I don't know. It bothers me. You'll be like a blind painter. I don't know if that's... Yes, Bossy, there's like a California girl. Even though I'm not. It wouldn't hurt us at all, so the difference between the pain it causes and the pain it causes you is massive. Well, yeah. That's why. It would just hurt me. It's called My Girlfriend Turned Into a Worm 2026. They really just make music. Music? They really just make movies for everything these days, huh? I'm sensitive to sounds too. Maybe not quite as much as you, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just very, like, sensitive to sound. Which is, you know, you would think I would get more jump scared than I do. Precisely because of that. I don't know, I guess my body just represses it. Like, I don't, like, get jump scared, like, scream. Like, you see me jump, more accurately. Like, I kind of, like, silently get jump scared. Due to sounds. Rather than, like, verbally expressing it. The Valley Girl voice you do is 100% accurate. The trick is to say pretense at all times. Is that how it works? You do sound like a variety of sitcom character archetypes, do I? Well, despite that, I think you would like to go to Cali one day. Generally nice weather. I see. I think the ASMRs where the actors doing something like walking or digging, etc. is neat. I mean, they usually like have like a variety of items to kind of like replicate it. This forces your ears to produce more wax so you're almost deaf? No, thank you. No, thank you. I think I'm good. What, don't you love getting blasted by reggaeton at midnight or Sunday mornings due to having homunculus as neighbors? I've already had, like, plenty of experiences of neighbors, like, not even just blasting music. It's more like them singing. Like, so loud you can hear it. Like, from, like, the next house over. And I'm just like, geez. I just remember when I had these neighbors that they hired like this band and the band wasn't even good. Like they were very out of tune. Like very tone deaf. And I was just like, you should get your money back. I was so tempted to just like go to their house and be like, I think you should get your money back. I don't think that was worth it. So that bad. They were pretty bad. Like, actually pretty bad. They were low-key very tone deaf. And I was just like... I think they might be drunk. That they just can't hear the music anymore. My neighbors have played very loud music for birthdays until 2 AM. On them singing at the top of their lungs is way worse. Now imagine them hiring a band and like the band is like pretty bad. Like tone deaf bad. Like at that point it's just like, can you not hear that? Can you not hear that that's not good? They're 100% drunk at those kinds of parties. I think so too. Neighbors, your brother and friends have parties like every weekend. Speaking of, apparently he's gonna have another party again. I'm dying. Yeah, Vtuber's having another party today. Tonight? Yes, tonight. Otra vez, yup. I mean, at least she did warn me, but jeez. Again? Yes, again. Pain. At least you'd be out of the movies for part of it. Yeah. At the very least. Party's the introvert's nightmare. How many parties does Katsumi want having? Does he even want to sleep? Again, I thought your parents came back. They left recently. They left yesterday. Again. So then he decided to schedule a party again. And I'm like, why? Can't, like, you just go to them and them not come over here? You'll be in the back rooms when it happens, hopefully. They're probably gonna still be there once I get back, though. Hack his speaker and put anime music. So, hi Diego, welcome, welcome. I just hope it isn't like last time when I ran into his friends when I was waiting for my pizza. And I was sitting outside at the front door. On my 3DS, and then like all his friends just walked up to me because they arrived at my house, and I was just like, what? You have a problem with me sitting outside? Can't even sit outside in my own house? Because I was waiting for the pizza. This time no pizza, just stuck up on snacks at the movie theater. What are you looking at? Exactly, they were just like staring at me. They were like, oh, what are you doing outside? And I'm like, can I just be outside in my own household? Chiaki just chilling, playing her 3DS outside. What were you playing on the 3DS? Bowser's Inside Story. Because I still haven't finished the game, but I'm close to finishing it. The girl can't game on her 3DS in peace. I know. My neighbor always mows the lawn when we try to relax outside. Man. Exactly. Is one not allowed to chill on the porch in peace? Exactly. Like... Oh, for a moment I thought you were going to tell us about that time Ranger did. Oh, no. Yeah, one of his friends, my dogs escape containment because I usually try to keep them in my room. Whenever Katsubro brings his friends over. And while I was waiting for the pizza, I left the door like half open on my room. And my dogs escaped containment, so when his friends went inside, my dogs immediately just kind of like ran towards them. And one of them wanted to steal my dog. He was like, can I have him? And I'm like, no. He's my dog. And he was like grabbing Ranger and stuff. And then Ranger peed on him. How dare Katsubra's friends try to adopt our boy, our brother in arms? Yeah. We just asked for someone's dog. Apparently that guy did. Yeah, Ranger peed on him. And I forget exactly what he said. He was like, I'm a certified animal lover, but... He said something like that. He's like, I'm a certified animal lover, but like, your dog peed on me, bro. Can I like get like the mop or something? He said something along those lines. I was like, Ranger, good job, good job. Get him. That last fight was totally under control. Ranger got some instant defense system. He does. That's his defense mechanism against people trying to steal him. Because he doesn't really bite. He's a little baby. He doesn't bite, but you know, he does that instead. Well, yeah, that's what happened last time. But yeah, at least I hope I don't have to run into them again. I'm hoping I don't have to run into them again. That's why I'm not ordering pizza, because last time the pizza took forever. It took like over an hour for it to arrive. Does your dog bite? No, but he can hurt you in other ways. Exactly. He does not bite, but he can hurt you in other ways. Exactly. I mean, he seems pretty bobbo in the pictures you showed us of him. To be fair, both of your puppers are pretty fluffy and cute. I would say they're both pretty babus. Avoiding house guests is something I'm well familiar with. Yeah, the fact the pizza took so long is still so dumb. Yeah, the fact it took like an hour. No, you buy the pizza right after the movie. That way you arrive with the pizza. mean, I don't really need to order pizza if I'm just getting like snacks at the movie theater. Well, hopefully, if the line isn't too long. Couldn't you just order the pizza way before they arrive? I mean, I did! I just didn't expect it to take that long. I don't think pizza usually takes like an hour. No 30 minutes pizza or free like in the Spider-Man movie? I don't think so, no. I don't think anybody expected the pizza to arrive hours later. Yeah. Because I remember, like, I was sitting there and, like, one of his friends asked me, like, how long have you been waiting? And I was just like, over an hour. And he was like, over an hour? I was just, like, sitting there. And I was, like, playing on my 3DS. I just looked up at him and I was like, I've been waiting for, like, over an hour. And he was just like, over an hour? You should just call them. And I'm like, do I have to? Duper, he was right to react like that. Yeah, I was thinking that. Wasn't pizza 30 minutes food and it was even a slogan? I think at some point in time. Better be a good pizza. It was an okay pizza, unfortunately. It wasn't even like that good. It was just okay. Are there any places to eat near the movie theater? Might need to just stop by somewhere to grab something since movie theater food is pricey. I think there's some, like, places to eat around the movie theater, so I can probably just get something from there. That is why I never get delivery. If I want pizza, I pick it up or even make it myself. I mean, usually the pizza delivery is not that bad. I think it's just because it was the weekend. And didn't give you a pizza tracker or something? They do? The problem is they never updated, so they might as well just not give you one. Like, they do give you, like, a pizza tracker, which is supposed to be like, oh, your pizza's being made, or your pizza's on its way. But they never updated it. The problem is they just never update it. I don't know if the driver just decides to not update it or whatever. At least popcorn theater. Theater popcorn is yummy. Yeah, but sometimes the line is too long. Pizza trackers are useless half the time. Over an hour for a pizza is crazy. They used to give you your money back if pizza didn't come in 30 minutes. I don't know if, like, people still do that nowadays. Like, if people still respect the 30-minute rule. I guess not. At least not over here. Considering I did waited an hour. So... maybe not exactly. I highly doubt it. Yeah. I think they just kind of expect you to wait. In an hour, you could probably buy the ingredients and make the pizza yourself before they arrive. At that point, yeah, I probably could have. No, I just arrived earlier to the movies. That way it wouldn't matter how long the line is. I could, in theory, I guess. Probably not. Poor Spider-Man. He lost his job for not delivering in 30 minutes. Ever since that day, they just decided to no longer respect the rule. No longer 30 minutes, or you get your money back. Like, have any of you guys actually had that happen before? Like, actually had your pizza be, like, delivered, like, in more than 30 minutes and actually gotten your money back? It's kind of like the whole, Blizzard situation in Dairy Queen, right? Like, they just, like, flip the blizzard and, like, if it falls over, they just give you another one free. Like, has anyone actually experienced any of those things? I've never actually seen it happen, so I just wonder if it's a myth. I had my pizza not being delivered at all? Wait, at all? That's crazy. Never had it happen. It was basically gone by the time I was able to order pizzas for myself. Man, it would take 30 minutes just for them to reach my house, so... Man. Don't think I ever had that happen, so you just have to deal with it. Man. No, because they always deliver under 30 minutes. Nope, the most I got was a sorry it took so long. Yeah, I think that's usually the most I've gotten as well. Plus, the pizza I order is just down the street from me, so it's like a 5-minute drive. Okay, fair enough. I generally never order pizza except for a few times. Otherwise, I usually just walk to the pizza place or my family would pick it up for us all. Fair enough, fair enough. We pick it up 99% of the time, and the few times we did deliver the pizza, the place was a few minutes away. Can't need an apology. I mean, yeah, I can't need an apology. I need the actual thing. An apology won't fill my stomach. Nor my soul. Never experienced that. To be fair, we didn't order pizza delivery at home. But that 2-hour sushi, on the other hand, really was painful. Only time I gotten the money back is from DoorDash Uber Eats, and the driver just straight up doesn't deliver at all. Oh yeah, I've heard in the States, like, it's common to people just, like, go away with your food, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like, when people DoorDash, people can just, like, grab your food and leave, and I'm like, that's insane to me. Like, they could just, like, mark it as delivered and just take your food. I wish I could eat an apology. I wonder what they would taste like. Yeah, the food just gets stolen sometimes. I've had it happen 3 times. You know why people keep ordering from DoorDash? Only time I remember ordering pizza delivery, it was quick. Pizza was good. I see. But yeah, besides those couple times, I always get my pizza on time because I have 2 pizza places really close by. Like, 1 in 10 minutes by car. Oh, that is really close. I know that's crazy. That would never be a thing here. Stealing someone else's food is mind-blowing. I do not recommend food delivery services. They do whatever they want with your food, really? Sometimes they'll eat your food. What? I never mess with delivery. I pick up or eat them. I see. Some people value temporary gains over long-term benefits for some reason. I prefer getting food myself rather than delivery. That's totally fair, yeah. To be fair, I think the only thing I order from delivery is pizza. Everything else I like much rather just go to the place myself. So, and it's usually because like the place where I get pizza from, it has an app and everything, but even then the app is kind of like, you know, it doesn't even work with my phone. I have to use the website. It doesn't work with my Android phone. And I'm like, do they just hate Android users? Do they just hate me? So I always have to tell customer to like, hey, can you order a pizza for me? Or if I just use the website. Because the app doesn't work for me. They never fixed it for Android users. I never had anyone eat it and still deliver it, and 99% of the time, it's actually delivered properly. I'm hungry now, boss. Get some food. The iPhone pizza place. Got a specific favorite pizza order? Nah, I usually just order pepperoni pizza. At least in Sweden, everyone has a salary, so tips aren't really a thing. Pretty recently, it was a lot to having tips, but not only tips being your salary. I see. I see. The apps for most of those restaurants suck, to be fair, and I don't want to have an app for each of them. Oh yeah, having an app for each restaurant is annoying. I'm working! You can temporarily run away to get a snack. But I do understand for some people delivery is their best or only option. Just wish it was more reliable. Yeah, I do wish like delivery was a bit more reliable. You can always call the pizza place too, like we did before they had apps. I don't like calling them. I don't like calling. I mean, I've done it a few times. That doesn't mean that I like it. Not gonna lie, that's why I mostly order pizza on the website. You don't even need an account. That is true. I don't even have an account. Never had food stolen from delivery, but I got my order messed up a few times. Oh, I've gotten my order messed up for pickup before. Like, we essentially, like, order, like, through the phone, and then, like, we pick up. Like, there's this, like, place that my family really likes to eat at. And, like, we order from that place for pickup a good amount of times. And they always, like, 95% of the time, mess up my order in particular. So I don't like it when we have to eat from there. Because I know that 95% chance that they're gonna mess my order in particular. For whatever reason. Even though it's not even that hard. Specifically yours? Yes, specifically mine. And I'm like, what did I do to them? What did I do to them? Why is it always mine? Do they just hate you? I don't know. But they always mess my order. Ooh. This is a good reminder to me how valuable it is to know how to cook your own food. Oh yeah, they got your account flagged. Even though, like, it's not even an account because we call. Oh, it's a blue cat girl again. Quick, ruin her meal. It is that cat hacker girl again. Time to ruin her day. Your ghostly presence affects your orders as well. Man. I think someone working there has it out for you, boss. They might. It's just crazy that, like, most of the time they always mess up my order in some shape or form. I feel you, best hacker. It was the same for me. Whenever I bought a Burger King when it was me buying, I messed something up. Always. My family joked I brought bad luck. No. Oh, man. That's so unfortunate. But yeah, I don't really like to eat from that place. Mostly because of that. Because they just tend to mess up my order in particular. Like, most of the time. I've had messed up orders where they give me more food instead of less. Okay, at that point, did they really mess up, though? Or was it just a gift? Or was it just a gift from the universe? Rather than, like, actually messing up. No, when I talk of, like, messing up orders, I mean, like, they give you, like an entirely different thing from what you ordered. It's messing up, but upwards. Task fails successfully. I've had them entirely forget my chicken nuggets. No, not the chicken nuggets. Yeah, a lot of the times if they give you more, they did it on purpose. That was just a gift from the universe. Speaking of messing up orders, every single time I order an apple pie at McDonald's, they always give me a cheese pie. Maybe they just don't have apple pies. And it's a myth. Maybe the McDonald's apple pies are a myth and they don't exist. They just have cheese pies. Also, what's a cheese pie? Is it like cheesecake? Kinda? For me, it was like whenever they mess up something and we didn't notice, guess who they blame for it? I mean, that's not on you though. That's on the restaurant though. I've had food places about to close for the day. Give me free food before? What? I want free food like that. Getting more food from them is like having Amazon send you an entire box filled with RAM when you only order one bag. Does that even happen? As if that would ever happen. Usually I just forget to throw a straw in the bag when you order a drink. It's kind of like when they just give you like one tiny packet of ketchup and you're like, can I have more ketchup? And they just grab the biggest bunch of ketchup and they just throw it at you. Because you're like, I just wanted to have a little bit more ketchup. And they're like, fine, take all the ketchup. And I'm like, okay, sure. The apple pie machine broke. How can they mess up? It's all pepperoni and pizza. They added salami instead of pepperoni. I assume it's cheesecake. Now they do, because when I went to complain, they would give me the apple one. My guess is that nobody buys the cheese pie, so they're trying to get rid of them. Cheese pie isn't cheesecake. Is it? Then what is cheese pie? A heaping handfuls. Yeah, they grab like the biggest handful and they just throw it at you. You want ketchup, do you? Hey, have all the ketchup in the world. That way you'll stop asking for it. In the US, they charge you for extra ketchup? Wait, they do? Fine, you want ketchup? Here's your ketchup then. I asked for extra Taco Bell sauce once. I swear half the bag was just sauce. If you ask for like extra something, I swear that they just grab like the biggest handful and they just throw it at you, so you stop asking. They intimidatingly getting you to take all the ketchup. Ah yes, you ordered the Big Mac, extra cheese, 4 McNuggets with an iced coffee. I ordered a Happy Meal with milk. It's the opposite for me. I always get buried in ketchup even though I don't want it. They feel that that you're gonna ask for ketchup even though you don't. Can I have extra money, please? I don't think that one will work. I've never had any place charge for extra ketchup. Is that a thing? I've never been charged for extra ketchup. Yeah, if you ask for extra, they make sure you get extra. This is why I just never ask for extra anything. Because I feel they're gonna aggressively give me more than what I ask for. You know what? Give me all the ketchup. I welcome it. I love ketchup. Like, my mom is way more vocal about that sort of stuff. I am not. I'm just like, oh, this is fine. I'm just like, I'll make do. I'll make it work. This is fine. My mom is like, no. She takes no nonsense. And I'm just like, I just don't want to cause problems, bro. I guess they stopped doing it because someone once told me McDonald's would charge you like 2 cents for extra ketchup. Really? I mean, if they do give more than enough, just take the leftovers home. Reminds you of that one meme of the tacos where the guy asks for more sauce and the seller proceeds to cover the food, the container, the bag, and the man's hand in layers of sauce. That's crazy. That is crazy. I got a whole full jar full of different sauce packets from different restaurants. You collect them? I mean, at that point, if you have an entire drawer filled with them, you can just be like, today I'm feeling like trying this sauce, and you just put it on your food. Most McDonald's just have the ketchup packs laying out for you to take from what I've been from. If you didn't say when, then it's okay, I guess. I'm so used to no sugar added ketchup that the restaurant package tastes way too sweet for me now. That's fair. For me, it comes from my dad's side. He's the one which takes no nonsense, but my mom still can be like that sometimes. No, my parents are the opposite. My dad is like more chill. My mom, she doesn't take any nonsense. So that's kind of like how it is. Oh yeah, I 100% take sauces from different places and put it in a jar. I have so many Taco Bell ones. You guys just collect them. You just collect the sauce packets? I never use those sauce packets. Like, at all. But it's mostly just because I don't tend to eat, like, a lot of condimented food. Like, I don't really, like, condiment my food. I've had my mom go crazy on people at stores being rude to me, even when I didn't want to start issues. Oh my god, yeah. There's a french fry place on the US East Coast where if you even ask for ketchup, they scold you. They don't believe in ketchup. Then what are you supposed to, like, use as a condiment for your fries? I have my Burger King crown collection. Do they still do the crowns at Burger King? I haven't heard of Burger King in, like, forever because we don't have Burger King anymore over here. So, I still wonder if they do the crowns. If they still do them. I think they still exist. Vinegar? Ew. I don't like vinegar. I think you have to ask for it? Lame. To be fair, you don't use them. We already have ketchup and Valentina at home. I don't even use most of them either. They're more for my siblings than myself. Fair enough. They still do the crowns where I live. Still crown shape. Burger King still does them. Crown is their best tasting item. No, I don't put vinegar in my salad, no. I don't like vinegar. It smells weird. It stinks. Surely they still have them. I mean, it's the name of the restaurant. I hate how vinegar smells. I think it's because, like, I remember we used vinegar for, like, a school experiment one time. I don't remember what the experiment was about. And someone spilled vinegar in the classroom. And it stank. It didn't even smell. It stank of vinegar for a very long time. And I hated it. Like, even after, like, we cleaned it and everything. No, it was still stinky of vinegar. It's got a stench in all caps. I don't like how it smells. It has a very, very strong smell. Probably vinegar and baking soda. I don't remember what we were using vinegar for. It was like from some school experiment. What, you got traumatized by baking soda and vinegar volcano? I think it was the typical volcano experiment, but like it was so like stinky. Acids tend to smell a lot. It makes sense, yeah, but it has a very, very strong smell. So I don't really like it. I don't like it. I don't mind the flavor of vinegar, but the smell is strong. The smell is super strong. So I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Malt vinegar and fish and chips taste really good. It's just the smell. The smell is like crazy. So base. Vinegar is so I don't like using it even for cooking, but the smell and taste is awful. I personally love the taste of vinegar, but the smell packs a punch. Yeah, it definitely like packs a punch. Of course it's smelly. Anything that tastes good smells. There's a difference between smelling and stinking. Like, you know, if something stinks, like it's so strong that it straight up stinks, it doesn't smell. Then at that point, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't really like strong smells. You don't like salt and vinegar potato chips? Not really too keen on them, no. Boss got the sneak of a cat, the reaction time of a cat, the loafness of a cat, and the noise of a cat. Getting the vibe, there's a connection. Mayhaps. Mayhaps so. But yeah, it's kind of like the main thing. So hi Gabriel, welcome. But yeah, no. No vinegar. No. Alas, I truly see. I like lemon flavored chips over salt and vinegar. I mean, just like salt potato chips is fine. I got a fairly weak sense of smell, so when something like vinegar is so strong, it still manages to be that stinky. It's crazy. It's too strong. That's the same as saying Surmstrong, the well-known stinkiest fish in Sweden, will taste better because the stink is so bad it can stink for a whole week. I don't know how people can eat like food that smells really strong. Like blue cheese. Like, doesn't blue cheese like smell super strong? Like, I don't know how people can eat that. I feel like the smell alone would just like end me. I can't stand blue cheese. Just close your nose. I can't close my nose if it's right next to my mouth. How am I gonna breathe? How am I gonna breathe if I close my nose? You can't just be pinching your nose every time you eat. Blue cheese smell doesn't permeate the whole room like that fish stuff does. Chiaki, Surmstrong is bad. It is completely sealed in a container and only sold at certain places because the smell is so bad. It's okay, Chiaki. I do not know either. I'm basically nose blind to some food and other food. And to other food, my nose is not that bothered by the scent. I don't like musky smells in my food. Yeah, like those like strong, very, very strong scents. I'm not a fan. No. I don't know. Like the way I feel like the way I guess condiment food is also very unusual. Because I usually don't really eat like heavily condimented food. I kind of just eat like more bland. Like I guess I prefer the more natural taste of food rather than add like a bunch of condiments and stuff. Like I do a condiment to a certain extent, but not as much as like other people do. I know Swiss cheese smells strong, but it's my favorite kind of cheese. But what about mozzarella cheese? Or yellow cheese? Is it called yellow cheese? I love the smell of vanilla. Vanilla smells nice. I like vanilla smell. Are you really sure you aren't from England? I'm not though. I'm not. The only things I add is a fair bit to my food is salt and pepper. Mozzarella's good. Mozzarella's a good cheese. The point is vinegar stinks and it smells and tastes bad. It makes me choke whenever it's added to salad and stuff. Vinegar is very common in salad, but yeah, no. I like both strong flavors and mild. I'm stretching. But it depends if it's like too salty. I'm like, no. Oh yeah. Yeah, my family does kind of like more heavily condimented food. Well, I don't really like super condimented food. Especially whenever my grandma cooks. Whenever my grandma cooks, the food is like spicy. I have to like ask her to like tone it down so I don't die. Balsamic vinegar is really good in sauces too. Is it? I put mozzarella on almost anything. It's the best cheese in my opinion. You will like English food, boss. They hate using spices and condiments. Personally, I prefer adding more lemon juice into salad. It gives it a nice mild lemon flavor. So many spices, it could kill a person, yeah. Touche, you did say you can't stand spicy food. Yeah, I don't have like spicy food tolerance. I don't understand malt vinegar. It's so much worse, is it? I know we're talking more sauce and stuff, but with condiments, I just think of the very American condiment of sprayed cheese. Okay, like, I do see that like a lot of like American equivalents of food is just adding more cheese. And then it becomes like too cheesy, you know? Then the cheesy flavor is like too strong, and I'm like, what is it with like American cheese? What is it with like America and cheese? Why do you guys just add more cheese? I'm pretty sure there's other ways. That's not just cheese. I suppose we do like our cheese. Cheese is good though. You're not wrong. We love cheese here. You guys just seem to love cheese. A taco, for example, cheddar cheese on tacos. Are you adding cheese to tacos? Because cheese, grommet. It becomes almost as cheesy as my jokes. I just have been seeing that like a lot. Like I see like the American equivalent of like a food, and it's just like, we remove this and we replaced it with cheese. And I'm like, why cheese? Like I don't think like you guys wouldn't be able to eat like the normal version, so it's like, why do you need to replace it with cheese? Why does the rest of the world skimp on cheese? I'm pretty sure there's like another country that really likes cheese. I just can't remember which one it is from the top of my head. Tacos without cheese is more strange to me. Tacos with cheese? Do you mean a quesadilla? I mean, but quesadillas are not tacos per se. Honestly, as somebody which often tailors food for everybody's taste in the house, I'm surprised they don't do it for you with spicy food. They usually do nerf it. For me. France? Isn't France known more for their bread? Or is it also known for their cheese? At least when I visited France, like, it was, like, bread. A lot of, like, bread. And also, like, well, also wine is also, like, one of the things that we're known for. Italy, in my opinion, tends to get more on cheese. France is also known for their wine. It's like bread and wine, yeah. Omelette du fromage. I mean, I guess that is true. You watch Godzilla? Not really. I thought it was Mexico that was quite fond of cheese. I feel like the US is more fond of cheese. France is known for their bread stores, the baguettes. Yes. Like, I feel... Let me see. Which countries are known for cheese? Which countries are known to like cheese? It says France. Well, apparently France is there. I kind of like think more bread with France, but I guess that makes sense. France, Greece, Germany, and the Netherlands. Interesting. I didn't know Greece in particular. The US is fond of processed cheese, not actual cheese. Well, true. Because I think... did this originate in the States? Like the sandwich cheese? Like the flimsy, like, square cheese that has, like, the little plastic on it? I called it. I wouldn't have guessed Greece either. True. Swiss cheese is well known. True. Sweden has a good variety of cheese and dairy products. Yes, we were the ones that made the craft singles. Why? Why do you guys rate that? I remember I tried one of those and I was like, ew. That stuff is vile. We even have aerosol cheese. Oh yeah, like the little cheese in the can. I don't think I've ever like actually tasted that, but I've seen it in movies a lot, and I'm like, I feel like low-key that'll be kind of nasty. It's good for burgers. The canned cheese is nasty. I don't think it looks like it would taste good. I've seen it like in movies, but I've never tried it, and I'm scared of trying the canned cheese. Oh, you mean processed plastic looking cheese for like burgers and stuff? Yeah, they use it for like sandwiches and burgers. I think the squares are specifically made to melt easier in grilled cheese sandwiches. Okay, nobody buys the canned cheese. It's so gross. Like, the Kraft singles are fine on burgers, but the canned cheese are good for nothing. Legally, Kraft cheese is not cheese? Is it not cheese? Then why is it in the name? Is it like the whole thing that, like, Hershey's is not chocolate or something? It's a cheese-like product. Why is it only cheese-like? It's not even real cheese. American cheese is just, it's like watered-down cheddar. It can be considered cheese, only dairy product, if I recall. So it can't be considered cheese? I didn't know about canned cheese. I'm sorry that I brought this information to your brain about canned cheese. I've never actually tried it, but I've seen it in movies, and I always thought it would probably taste nasty. Yeah, it's not cheese, it's cheese-related. So much canned cheese hate. You're breaking my heart, I'm sorry. It's too many chemicals to be real cheese. Hershey's is chocolate, I think, just terrible. I remember someone said that, like, Hershey's didn't meet the requirement to be considered chocolate or something. So it was like chocolate adjacent or something, and I was like, really? Sometimes like to buy fancy cheese, like cheese infused with black garlic. It's amazing. Like to eat the very fancy cheese. Nothing of like the low quality cheese. Only the fancy cheese. Doesn't have enough cheese to be proper cheese. Also, hi Jack. Welcome, welcome. I don't know whether to be proud or disappointed in my country for creating such horrors to terrify other countries. I mean, hey, the US created the Mountain Dew pie. I don't know how to feel about that one. How do you mess up choco? I don't know. That's why I always read ingredient labels now. That's fair. It's like Pringles, technically not potato chips. Are Pringles not potato chips? Actually, I've had some canned cheese. White cheese specifically. Wait, there's like canned white cheese? I thought it was always like the nacho cheese that was canned. Yeah, Hershey's wasn't able to be considered chocolate either due to the chemicals they use that also give it the puke taste. The puke taste. It's potato, but not chips. Technicalities. Eating your daily balance of toxic chemicals is an important part of an American dinner. Oh my god. Actually, do you know Oreos are vegan and contain zero milk? Wait, are they? I didn't know that. Nah, here there is a white canned cheese. Never thought about it before, but yeah, it tastes fine. Does it? The white canned cheese. I've never heard of like white cheese being canned. Like, then what are Oreos made of? Good question. The map of global cheese appreciation, highlighting specific regional powerhouses. So the States is on 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a number 6, really? United States and Argentina. In the Americas, the USA leads the world in total cheese production by volumes, with regions like Wisconsin famous for cheddar and cheese curds. Is this true? Is this true? Is Wisconsin really that popular for their cheddar cheese? I've never seen white canned cheese. That sounds even worse. Well, this is like the first time I've heard about Grok, is this true? Wisconsin loves their cheese. Yes, Wisconsin is very well known for cheese. It is true. Oh, yes. Interesting. The more you know. Cheddar and cheese curds. What are cheese curds? Cheese curds. Wait, oh, are they like... Oh, it's these things. It's like the little, like... What do you call these? They're not cheese balls, but they're like cheese squares. Kinda squares. I'm pretty sure they even have cheese festivals in Wisconsin. Wait, they do? The thing is, if my memory is correct, Europe has much higher food standards, so that means you got some exclusively frozen dairy products in the States. The squeakers. It's the fried clumps of cheese. Mmm. Oh, these. Real Wisconsin fried cheese curds. I love how that is like the first result. You gotta get the authentic, real Wisconsin fried cheese curds. Not from any other state. Only Wisconsin. People from Wisconsin also have a funny accent. Do they? Cheese is to Wisconsin when music is to Tennessee and cowboys to Texas. It's just the thing. Do I have to? Yes. This is the real Wisconsin fried cheese curds. I actually want to go to Wisconsin and taste the cheese. They sound really good. You have Potato Festival in Sweden. It's interesting to say the least. Trying different kinds of potatoes, like purple potatoes. Purple potatoes? Purple potatoes. Oh, interesting. I've never... Huh. I thought these were Photoshop, not gonna lie. They look so unreal to me that I'm like, I thought these were like image edited. Purple potatoes with rosemary and olives. Wait until she finds out of America's very nice fried butter and fried banana. Not the fried butter. How are they that purple? I know, right? It looks like they're fake. Because they're that purple. They're just too purple to exist. So they don't look real. They actually taste pretty fine. Not that different from normal potatoes. Like, I'd look at these, and if you show me an image of these, I'll be like, you probably used this with Photoshop, didn't you? You probably, like, Photoshop these. Isn't it the soil that does that? Is it? Interesting. They just look so purple. I was expecting sweet potato purple. Not that. It's so aggressively purple. It just doesn't feel real. Also, hi Joaquin. Welcome. But yeah, very interesting. Purple potatoes. But yeah, for the cheesiest nation of them all, apparently is the Netherlands. It says, Dutch citizens eat and export vast amounts, and the country is world-renowned for iconic varieties like Gouda and Edam. For cheese. So it's not even France that's like the number one for like their cheese. It's the Netherlands. Wait until Chiaki sees the red colored bananas. Red colored bananas. These don't look natural. I didn't expect the Netherlands to be number one. It seems like the Netherlands is number one. Which is interesting. Because I thought it was gonna be some other country. Not gonna lie. Red bananas don't look real either. It just looks so... 7 red banana benefits and how they differ from yellow bananas. I support eye health, may improve digestive system, delicious and easy to add to your diet. They taste literally the same as yellow. Yeah, but they say they're apparently better. Allegedly. I don't know how true this is. But yeah. The more you know. The more you know. In theory, they're allegedly better. Apparently so. Red bananas are apparently better. I've never seen these in like stores, so I don't think they're common here. Where do you even get these? Like, where do you even find these? Red bananas are one step away from the goo banana. The goo banana. Same, I've never even heard of a red banana. Yeah, I've never even heard of a red banana, and I've never seen them here either. Yeah, they offer a unique berry-like raspberry flavor. Wait, do they actually taste like raspberries? I found that in my local supermarket? Really? No clue, but have you heard of a square melon? Have you heard of the square watermelon? Banana colors are the opposite of street light. Green means to stop, and red means, oh god, what? Exactly. It's like, but have you heard of the square watermelon? Raspberry. I may need to try it. Yeah, apparently red bananas taste like raspberry. But if we're talking about like funny like fruits, have you heard of the square watermelon? Are they just injected or do they grow to be red? I think they grow to be red. Apparently they aren't a thing in the US and it'll cost a fortune to ship them to me. Yeah, probably gonna have to import them. Those square watermelons are crazy expensive, aren't they? I think so, yeah. They're so funky looking. The square watermelons are actually enough for consumption? Are they not? Do you not eat these? Because apparently, like, people buy them to eat them, no? Like, can you actually not eat a square watermelon? $200 square watermelon? Nah, bro. No, you can eat them. They just suck compared to a normal one. I mean, $200 for a square watermelon? I don't think that's worth it. Is there a triangle watermelon? There is! Like an actual fully triangular one. Like not just cutting like a slice to be like a triangle, but like an actual like triangular one. Like a pyramid watermelon, if you will. A triangle-shaped watermelon. I could buy a lot of canned cheese for 200 bucks. I think you can spend those 200 bucks on something better. Like better food than canned cheese. Has science gone too far? A triangular watermelon is basically just a chow garden fruit. So hi wildcard. Welcome. We're learning about shape fruits. Exactly. We're learning about the funny shape fruits. I wonder if someone has ever been curious to just kind of like try to grow a fruit in like a funny shape. And then kind of just like introduce it to the market just to see what would happen. You know, out of morbid curiosity. You know, they're like, what if I make a fruit in the shape of a pentagon? Because why not? My parallelogram fruit. Just to see what would happen. A triangular watermelon goes through the square watermelon hole. Oh my god, that reminds you of like that video of like this girl that's like losing it. Like this person is like, oh, where does this shape go? In the square hole. And she's like, yes, the square goes in the square hole. And then then this person grabs like a cylinder. And she's like, yeah, that goes in the circle hole. And then the person just puts it on the square hole and she's like losing it. She crashes out, yeah. I just wanted to make this joke. Oh, please, no, not that one. That's right, the cylinder goes through the square hole and she's like crashing out. Yeah, they all go in the same one, yeah. She's just like crashing out over it. She's like, what do you mean? I feel like I've seen that video before pop up in my feed. I've seen it a few times. I remember seeing her make a post of someone doing a similar joke and going, no, not again. I don't know where that video is originally from. I just remember seeing it on my feed before. And I just thought the look on her face was really funny. She was definitely crashing out. It was a TikTok. Because I saw it on Twitter. So hi Tarifa, welcome. Yeah, I thought it was really funny. Oh god. I think like the caption that I saw it with, it was like how game devs feel seeing people like ignore all tutorials or something. Oh god. I think it was from TikTok or posted to Twitter. It's definitely one of the best TikToks. If anything, it was funny. I'll give them that. It was definitely funny. It did make me laugh, so I'll give them that one. I'll allow them that one. How devs feel when players ignore the yellow paint. Oh god, not the yellow paint. Anything but the yellow paint. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. It reminded me of that. It reminded me of that video. I'll have to see if I can find it. I'll have to find it again. It's been a while since I've seen it. That's right, the yellow paint goes in the interactable object. Exactly. Naturally. Yeah, I don't think I can find it now. It's been a while since I've seen it. Yeah, my For You page is a bunch of Final Fantasy again. It's a bunch of Final Fantasy. It's all Final Fantasy 7. Mind you, I've never played Final Fantasy 7. So I don't know why it's all Final Fantasy now. It's crazy. Oh, it's like the other video of a father following his kid's recipe, and when it says fill the spoon with Nutella, he just drops it in the Nutella recipient. I blame the Summer Game Fest and Jeff. They're trying to sell me on Fire Emblem's... Fire Emblem? Final Fantasy 7! That's what I meant to say. Final Fantasy 7. No, Fire Emblem. Final Fantasy 7. Same, my For You page has been a ton of Final Fantasy 7 discourse and 100-line posting. They don't need to sell you an FE. No, they already sold me on that. Yes, of course, this will be the Final Fantasy of all time. For sure. This time. Fire Emblem mentioned. Fire Emblem 7 starting your true and only Mr. Cloud. I meant to say Final Fantasy. That's what I meant to say. Final Fantasy 7. I mean, I would like to play the original before I like even play the remakes. I mean, I do know that the remakes added like a fair amount of stuff. And if anything, I'll probably just wait till the last one releases before even trying them. Fire Emblem 7 collabing with Street Fighter 6. She's so desperate for Fortune Sweep news, she can't stop thinking about it. You would need to. I mean, some people recommend playing the original. It surprises me the direction they went with the remake, because you pretty much need to play the original Final Fantasy VII to understand fully the remake. Spoilers. They really padded out the remakes. Yeah, I would just wait till the last one is out. Yeah, I feel like I would wait till the last one's out. You know, just to see. Just to see. I mean, if anything is better that at least they didn't cut content out of them. I'll play the original first, yeah. Yeah, I do want to play the original first before I even try the remakes. Yeah, you technically need to play the OG since the remake isn't technically a regular remake, is it not? To explain to Chiaki, they did a similar thing as what they did with the new Higurashi anime. Oh, did they? Because with like... I mean... do you really need to watch OG Higurashi to understand the remake? I mean, to understand some characters, yeah, but like... In technicality, you don't need to. Per se. It's mostly to understand, like, Hanyu's entire thing, but... Yeah, you technically don't have to. It would be advice, but then that would just make you sad. That would just make you sad for what could have been. Like, it made me sad for what could have been. Higurashi Go is very different from the original Higurashi anime. It is. It is. It's, Go just feels like pettiness incarnate. That's how it felt to me. Like, the entire conflict was just pettiness. It's just petty. Which just made me upset at Go. Because I enjoyed the original Higurashi. And then, like, I just see Go and I'm like, what is the point? Pettiness incarnate. Yeah, it's just pettiness. I could go on about, like, why it is so, but I would have to spoil it in order to go into details about it. My bro absolutely hated the new Higurashi. He liked certain aspects like the beginning, then everything went downhill thereafter. It's just so, no. No. It made me so sad. It's so petty. The conflict is so petty. It's like, this could have been solved without, like, the way that they did it, you know? Like, they didn't need to do all this nonsense. It's just petty. It's so petty. It makes me upset every time I remember. Every time I remember it, it makes me sad. It's like, what could have been? I see Gomor as a fanfic. Is it a fanfic when they ruined Satoko's character? Like, is it really? It's like, they just made her character worse. Like, mind you, I didn't really like her that much in the OG, but in the OG, I could kind of get where she was coming from. But in Go, in Go, she made me angry. Yeah, sounds like something a fanfic would do. Like, Satoko, I was kind of like, in the OG about her. But, like, in Go, it's kind of like they just made her very hateable. I don't like what they did with her character in Go. Like, it just feels like everything that she would have learned, you know, after the events of the main anime, just went out the window. It's just like, girl? Like, what even? It's even worse coming from the visual novel because Satoko was an actually fleshed out character as opposed to the anime. Well, yeah, probably the visual novel kind of fleshes out more on her arc a little bit more than the anime does. The anime probably just goes over it, like, very superficially. I do feel like there were probably things that they cut out which could have probably made me like her a bit more. Like, I understood where she was coming from, I just didn't really like her that much. Probably if I played the VN, I'll probably maybe get to like her a bit more. Satoko was really just a victim. She wasn't exactly to blame. But the new one changed it and went downhill like you said it. Like, yeah, like, I could understand her circumstances were not the best in the OG, so I'm like, okay, I cut her some slack because of that. Even if I don't personally like her. But, like, in the OG, nah, bro. In, like, the remake, or whatever you want to call Go, I don't even know, the fanfic. No, she has no excuse. Excuses deleted. The excuses are gone. I played the VS and Google why Shion randomly has a gun holster, but it auto-completed to my why does Shion huge spoilers? Yeah. The thing is too, the novel actually fleshes and expands the scenes from the anime. Like certain things as the ending makes more sense, and there's A sense of something not being right. I mean, the anime also makes it pretty clear that something's not right, like, pretty early on. Obviously, there's only so much you can adapt on the anime version, but... Yeah, no, Go makes me upset. I could go more into details as to why Go makes me upset in particular, but... I would have to warn you of, like, spoilers if you ever plan on watching Go. Which, I would advise you against it, honestly, but if you really want to watch it that badly... if you really want to watch it that badly, well, you can do that. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Yeah, but I mean more like without saying spoilers. It makes it more clear somebody not being right in the head much early on. I dropped it, so no. I've never planned on watching it personally, so I would say go for it. Okay. This is like your last spoiler warning for this. Because I'm gonna go on a tangent. The other thing Go would be better is Sotsu is actually good. Well, Sotsu's not that much better, to be fair. Like, Go is like the setup, but Sotsu just kind of like makes it worse. Like, Go was like, it's not that good. And then Sotsu's like, what if we just make it worse? And I'm like, why though? To some extent, that is always the case with anime adaptations of BN. A lot of the character development is missing. I mean, the Steins Gate one is fine, though. Like, you don't hear anyone, like, complain about the Steins Gate one or Clannad. I never watched the anime adaptation of Clannad. I've played the VN instead. Or should I say just go for it? Ba-doom-ps. Oh, God. So... I technically kinda have to vaguely talk about OG Higurashi. But I'll try to be super vague about OG Higurashi because I do think OG Higurashi is better. And that deserves a little bit more than Go does. So, the thing is, with like, Go, is that like, it takes place kinda after the events of the OG. It's like the timeline's weird, bro. Like, in a way, they implied it does take place after the events of the OG, but in a way, it, like, doesn't. It's very weird how the timeline works for Go. It's weird. Ryukishi just kind of, like, did whatever. I don't know what he was trying to do there. The timeline for that is weird. But, in a way, it's kind of implied that the events of the OG already happened, and they're done. And, like, Rika... one of the main characters, purple-haired girl. You've probably seen her around. And she kind of wants to move on, and honestly, understandable. After what happened, who wouldn't? And so she kind of like tries to get into like this fancy school. Yeah, time travel. I kind of gave up on caring too much about. I do feel Higurashi kind of does time travel a bit better than other shows, but yeah, it's still. The timelines, yeah. So, Rika kind of like wants to like go to like this fancy school to kind of like further her education and whatever. So she kind of like studies a lot to get into like this really like fancy school. But Satoko, like, she struggles a little bit more with studies. Satoko's like her best friend. It's the blonde girl, essentially. And instead of being a supportive friend, as you would think, because these two have known each other for a while, she starts being petty about it. She starts, like, being like, oh, Rika, like, I'm not that smart. Why do you want to go to that school? Like, you said we would stick together forever. And Rika just tries to motivate her to, like, you know, aspire for something more than just stay in the village forever and ever. And Satoko, like, makes it to the school because Rika tries to, like, motivate her to get there. Despite Satoko just being, like, not a supportive friend, even though you would think at this point, after everything they've been through, you would like, she would at least be supportive of Rika. Like, isn't she your friend? Like, why are you trying to discourage her? And then, like, essentially Rika is kind of like a bit more charismatic and she manages to make friends at the new school. And like Satoko doesn't really it's not really that good at making friends. So Rika gets like with a group of, she has a different group of friends that is not Satoko. But Rika still tries to get her included. It's not like she fully excludes her. The problem is Satoko doesn't try to adapt, and instead just tries to get Rika to be with her all the time. And I'm like, girl, like, she makes me angry. I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry. So, the whole thing is that, like, Satoko gets so annoyed at the fact that Rika does not give her attention 24/7 now. And she makes, like, a deal with, like, I believe it's Hanyu. It's, like, older Hanyu. Hold on. I need to, like, Google if this was Hanyu. It's been a while. I chose to forget it. Oh, there it is. I think it is older Hanyu. Oh, no, it's Ua. It's a different character. Never mind, it's not Hanyu. Right, there's this different demon that got added here. A different deity. That, like... Because Hanyu was the one that was with Rika, which allowed her to do all the shenanigans to, like, fix the original timeline. It's not Hanyu, yeah, it's a different one. So there's this deity that kind of, like, allows them to travel back in time. Or rewind time. I think it's a little bit more accurate than travel back, per se. And since Satoko is so petty about the fact that, like, Rika, like, is not giving her attention 24/7, she kind of, like, contacts Ua, which is just, like, a deity that's just kind of vibing there. It's like, oh, I can give you whatever, I can allow you the ability to rewind time. To, like, you know... Because she just wants to, you know, cause chaos, I guess. She's like, I'm bored. Gonna make these two girls fight each other, I guess. So she gives Ua gives the ability to Satoko to, like, rewind time. And she decides to use this ability to torture Rika. Just because, like, she's not giving her attention anymore. And I'm just like, I'm gonna shake her. And she's so petty. She's so petty. And I stopped watching because I just couldn't stand it. I just couldn't stand how petty she was. I feel the reading Satoko's character events was just a way to cheaply connect with Umineko. I didn't like it, it felt forced. I mean, I think Ua is supposed to be like a tie to Umineko or something. You mean Ua? Yeah, Ua. Yeah, she's the one that kind of, like, gives Satoko the ability to kind of, like, rewind time. Because Satoko originally couldn't do that. Rika can because of Hanyu. But, yeah. So Ua kind of gives Satoko the ability, so they're on more even playing ground or whatever. But it kind of just leads to this very petty fight. In which, like, Satoko is constantly rewinding time just to make Rika suffer. And I'm just like... But why? But why, though? I stopped watching Sotsu. I just remember the ending was like this weird Dragon Ball-esque fight. Like, I remember seeing clips of it. Of, like, the ending being like this weird Dragon Ball-esque fight between Rika and Satoko. And I'm like, what is even going on in this show? I saw that. Oh, jeez, it's so dumb. Me, when I get time travel, and instead of making things better, I decide to torture my friends. It's just like, why? Not the Dragon Ball fight. Yeah, it becomes like a Dragon Ball fight of the two, like, beating each other up. The petty fight also silences all the other characters because it becomes all about Rika and Satoko. Yeah, like, when Sotsu comes around, it just becomes about Rika and Satoko and Satoko's, like, entire pettiness around, like, Rika, like, not paying her attention anymore. It's so dumb. It's really, really dumb. I saw that too, and I was so confused because I had zero clue what was happening. I saw that clip and I was like, what is even going on? I hate it when anime randomly gets Dragon Ball power levels in shonen fights. I feel like the horror aspect of Higurashi was drastically downgraded in Ghoul, which was what interested me most of all. Yeah, no, I feel like the horror aspect in Ghoul is not very... They tried to relive it in the first episode, but that was more of like a reference to the OG. But yeah. Honestly, because my bro did watch it and warn me about it, I felt off-put from actually watching it and ruining the anime for me. No, I really don't like it. I really don't like it. Like I said, I was already like not super big on Satoko. But like just seeing her do this was just like... But why? The creepiness is gone and gone. It's more of a splatter horror. Yeah. It's more of like a splatter horror. Like, Satoko's entire thing is like, she's torturing Rika to make her like snap and want to just go back to Hinamisawa. That's essentially her entire thing. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just like essentially crack her resolve to be here. And then she would just come back to Hinamisawa. And then everything's gonna be back to normal. And I'm like, girl, no it's not. If anything, she's gonna hate you. Like, sure, she may go back to the village, but she's not gonna wanna be near you. Like, what makes you think that she's gonna be like, oh yes, Satoko, let's be friends again? Like, of course not. That's not what's gonna happen. It's some bizarre logic. Her logic was like too many galaxies away. I could not see where she was going with this idea. I feel Ryukishi used elements that are more akin from Umineko, which downgraded the story in Higurashi, because both are two completely different types of story. I stopped watching it for the first arc, because I wasn't feeling it. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend people to start with Go, honestly. Even if she does go back, she's like, going to be your friend. Yeah, it's like, where? And that's assuming she does go back and not something even worse. Alright, the splatter story. When my bro was telling me about those parts, I was like, bro, they made it just brutal for the sake of being brutal. It's anime logic, you know, power of friendship always wins. The reveal with the bear and the god is my favorite moment in Go. It speaks cinema. Oh my god, it's just so... It's just so out there. It's just so out there. I feel like Goal, I think for the first half, is just essentially like repeating events from OG. If I'm remembering correctly. Because like, I believe like the first half of Goal just makes you think that it's a remake of the OG. Because it's like the same events that happen. In like OG. Because I remember I was watching it and I was like, didn't this happen in the OG? Like, what, is this a remake? And then up to a certain point, it's where it splits and then it shows that it's not a remake. Yeah, I think that was the intention, yeah. Yeah, because I remember there were a lot of memes when people found out that this was not a remake. They were like, it's not a remake? And then it was like, it never was. Oh, God. Yeah, that was intentional. They wanted to surprise the fans, yeah. To be fair, Go, it started really good, but then they fumbled it. I mean, Go, like, starts making you think that it's a remake because they repeat the events of the OG. Yeah, I remember a lot of people thinking it was a remake just to be hit with it not being one. Yeah. I would know because I was one of them. I think this was back when I was watching, like, anime, like, as it was being released. Like, I was watching this while it was airing. So I remember watching this weekly and was like, is this a remake? Is this a remake or is this like a different thing? So it was definitely interesting. Definitely quite something. Quite a work of media, if you will. Oh god. But yeah, no, this is... Oh man, oh man. It's sad. It's sad. It makes me sad. In a way, I think that's kind of like why I've been afraid to play the new Silent Hill. Because like, I think it's Ryukishi's like most recent work. And I'm like, I go back and then I think of like Go and Sotsu and I'm like, what if I... Because I was excited for the new Silent Hill because Ryukishi was the one who did the writing. And I remember watching it and seeing like, oh, it kind of reminds you of Higurashi. But then I was like, it kind of reminds you of Higurashi. And then I remember Sotsu and Go. And then I'm like, Why? It's not like the writer of the anime was the writer of the game. I mean, Ryukishi did write Sotsu and Go because they're not based on anything. Like, this is not like VN stuff. Or is it? Is Sotsu and Go part of the VN? I forget if it is actually part of the VN. I don't know if this is part of the VN. Or not. If Go and Sotsu are part of the VN. So that's why you never played it. I mean, I didn't own the game. Now I have it, but I still haven't played it. Technically, but New Silent Hills, they say it was pretty good. So I would say it could be worth it. I think fearless people would have been confused if it's part of the VN, but maybe? I don't know if it is, honestly. I don't think Go is part of the VN, as far as I know. Go is a completely original story. It wasn't originally part of the VN, not sure if they made another chapter for Go stuff. Because that's what I'm wondering. Like, from my knowledge, Go and Sotsu are not part of the VN, but... So that means it's a Ryukishi original. So... I don't know. Like, from what I know, they're not, but they could be. I haven't played the VN, so I can't say. But I feel like they would have been more discourse if these were part of the visual novel. So I'm assuming they're not. Which means that this was originally written by Ryukishi. Which, you know. I did another chapter recently, but not for Go. More like a new chapter to hype it up. Same, I never played the VN, but I feel more people would have said something if it was part of it. You would think so, no? You would think so. But at this point, I'm confused. I'm confused if it is or not. I know the Higurashi movie was at least a VN chapter. I think most of the stuff is. Remember, kids, when the timelines and stories get way too messy, just say it's a multiverse. Yeah, when it comes to like time travel stories, it's very easy for things to get confusing. Unless you keep things like very simple. Like very, very simple. Like you don't really expand on it a lot. Kinda like... Is it a spoiler to say this one? I'm trying to remember if like the time travel stuff is actually like revealed pretty early on this particular story. God, I don't remember. I own the manga, and I've read through the manga and watched the anime, but... Just say it! It's old and anime game. I mean, I would say kind of like Orange. Orange kind of kept it simple to a degree. Oh right, now I remember. A chapter was released of the VN years prior, which hinted the connections to Umineko. Guess I made the anime afterwards. But Sotsu and like Go are different though. Like, Higurashi has always had connections to Umineko, but like... They're a bit different. Time travel is definitely one of the hardest genres to deal with, but when it works, it works. Yeah, like, it's one of the hardest genres to do right, but when it works, it works. Like, it really works. Like, I would say, like, a story that kind of deals with time travel that is not, like, too convoluted is probably Orange. I wish franchises didn't shove time travel elements in as much. It most often makes the plot more complicated. It depends on the execution, I would say. I would say Orange, for example, they don't really, like, go too crazy with the time travel stuff. So it's, like, kinda contained. It didn't really, like, go too crazy with, like, oh yeah, alternate timelines and whatnot. Erase did it fairly well, in my opinion. Kept it fairly simple. Side eyes. Side eyes thinking of the ending of Erased. The connections I'm talking about, the one last chapter they made. They put it more bluntly, hinting a certain thing about Rika's character. There was hints but more subtle before. If it's about the VN, I can't say that I know, yeah. That's why the live action is better. I mean, the ending is a kick in the gut, but it still makes sense. The infamous ending. That's why the live action's better. I never watched live action Erased, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, but I do remember the ending of the anime. Oh god. Because the teacher got caught because of the marriage? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Orange is a good example. I felt the time travel element was kept to a minimum. Yeah, like I would say with Orange, it's like kept to a minimum. Like it is there, but it's not too crazy. Funnily enough, I know everybody's ending and story twist. I never watched a single episode of it. I mean, it's one of those that everyone has just mentioned the ending. It's kind of like how everyone knows the ending of Clannad, even if you didn't watch Clannad. Do you enjoy Erased, Boss? I remember liking it until I rewatched it and realized how obvious everything was. I've only watched Erased one time, so I would say like I enjoyed it up until the ending. Up until the ending, but maybe if I rewatch it, I might not enjoy it. Maybe if I rewatch it, I might not enjoy it as much. So maybe I don't want to rewatch it, so I can keep the illusion. I mean, those kind of stories are generally more obvious on rewatch, to be fair. Live action has like 4 to 6 extra chapters to develop the ending. Ah, I see. You know, I want to keep the illusion that I like... I may be the minority, but what is the reason for the ending not being that great? Do you watch Erased? I don't really want to say what the ending entails. If you watched Erased, you would know. If you watched Erased and paid attention, you would know. Have to run off. Garden work summons me. Best of luck with the garden work, cats. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, if you remember the implications of the ending, you would know. It's rushed. They do the whole process of the ending out of screen. It feels rushed. I mean, rushed is one of the things. I remember when I was searching for Erased to check what it was really all about, and for the longest time I thought the horror movie named Erased was connected to it. There's a horror movie called Erased? Can't say that I knew that. Can't say that I knew. Ah, yeah. It's interesting. It's a show of all time. Can't say whether it's a good one. I mean, the journey was interesting. I'll say that. I did watch Erased when it was airing, and it had so much hype then, but then it just didn't live up to the ending. Endings seem to be like hard to do in general, is what I'm seeing. Like, even you see people talk about like mangas not ending very well, like having very underwhelming endings. So it doesn't just seem to be an anime thing. There's a horror movie named Erased and there's nothing alike. Pretty scary. But yeah, I think it's just like endings in general are just hard to deal. Like a good ending. I personally like the ending of Erased just because I love bittersweet endings. They're just like tragic endings. I mean, for me, it depends. Like, I can be like fine with a tragic ending if like it's done in a good way. It's kind of hard to explain, but it kind of needs to feel that the payoff was worth it. I mean, psychological horror. Wasn't Erased like supposed to be confusing and wild with its theme? Nah, I wouldn't say that. What? You don't enjoy Trainwreck tragic endings? I mean, Trainwreck and like just a tragic ending are different things though. Yeah, endings are hard to write, which is why I enjoy endings that are left up to the interpretation. I feel like it depends. Like... Oh my god, I was just talking about like Silent Hill F and I just got something on my For You page about that game. They are listening. But... yeah, I feel like those types of endings, the... interpret. Leave it up to your interpretation. I feel like more often than not, I kind of prefer something that feels conclusive rather than just like, yeah, you fill in the blanks. Yeah, endings are hard to write. I mean, Trainwreck's also bittersweet if you think about it. Not really, they're more bitter. There's no sweet in there. Google really does have us in a chokehold. They're listening! They're listening! The Trainwrecks are not even bittersweet, they're just bitter. There's no sweetness in there. Just bitterness. I hate endings that leave it up to me to figure it out. I want them to tell their story personally. I like tragic endings as long as it's not just trying to be miserable for the sake of it. Rakamoto's was good. Yeah, like if it has a meaning to it, like it's fine, you know? Like if there's meaning behind the tragedy, I feel like it's fine. But like, I don't know. I don't tend to like games that are just miserable for the sake of being miserable. I think that's kind of like why I didn't really vibe with Tokyo Dark. Because it kind of just felt like that game was miserable for the sake of being miserable. So like, it's like, then why am I doing this for? I don't know if that was like the intention they were going for, the feeling of helplessness or whatever, but like, there's no payout, so it makes me care less. Tragic endings need to be done well. There needs to be a bit of hope in there for the future. If the tragedy comes out of nowhere and feels tacked on, then I'm pretty eh. Yeah, when the tragedy comes out of nowhere or when there's zero happiness in it, I can't vibe with it. Exactly. If Tokyo Dark was miserable and only miserable. I mean, Tokyo Dark is miserable the entire time, which gets a bit tiring. Yeah. Like, that's kind of like what I mean. The depression didn't feel real in Tokyo Dark. I feel like the execution just kind of felt like, yeah, it's miserable just for the sake of being miserable. So it didn't really have that emotional impact because if like the entire story is miserable, then at one point you're gonna become indifferent towards it. Because that's all there is. Like there isn't like the feeling of like, oh yeah, there's like a little bit of hope and then like that hope goes away. But then it comes back and stronger this time. So like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. What I didn't like about Tokyo Dark, it feels like nothing you do matters in any way. I mean, I kind of feel like they were going for that approach, but it's just not an approach that I vibe with. Tokyo Dark didn't give it a chance for anyone to show in being happy, so like, what are we even working towards? Exactly. To be fair, you need to have a juxtaposition and tone for impact. To be fair, Erase ending wasn't miserable. I mean, not miserable per se, but it's also like, you know. There's a different issue with Erase in that case. Not necessarily that the ending was miserable, but no, it's different. I like the misery. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. There needs to be something to motivate you to keep going. It can't be too miserable. Yeah. I feel like if it's just miserable all the time, then at one point, people are just gonna stop caring. It wasn't miserable, but it definitely slaps your feelings down. Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Misery? Nope. I see that approach much better though. Even games you know that are miserable and will end miserable like Souls games, there's still hope of a choice, you know. Like that's kind of like the thing of like how I personally feel. Like if it's just miserable all the time, you kind of stop caring. Exactly. If you don't have the good times, the bad times just don't matter. Exactly. There's not the juxtaposition of like having both the good and the bad. So like enduring the bad doesn't lead to anything because there is no good. Erase endings made me feel like, how did we get here? It's good. Based on a Stephen King book. I just want to make the dumb joke though. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever read that book, no. Just like a wise man once said, perfectly balanced as all things should be. Exactly, perfectly balanced as all things should be. But yeah, I don't really like stories that are just miserable for the sake of being miserable. You need to have bad times to know the good times, and vice versa. I think that was a quote from Bob Ross. I thought the only thing he said was like slap the devil out of it or something. When he was painting. I was like, did he actually say that? You have to have bad times to know the good times. I'm still waiting for the good times, no. Yeah, like with Souls games, imagine defeating all those difficult bosses only to like dying in the end and nothing matters. And the journey would end just a tragedy. That too, slap the devil. Wasn't he a painter? Yeah, but he was like slapping the paintbrush against the canvas. He was like, slap the devil out of it. Or something like that. Oh, that's what I remember from Bob Ross. It is like those old movies. Must have one calm day before the big battle to see what is at stake. To have known what happiness there is before everything goes out the window. All I remember from Bob Ross is the happy trees. The happy trees. Yeah, he went and beat the devil out of it, and now we're ready. Since he was slapping it across the canvas. Yeah, exactly. It was something like that. He said that quote, and that's what I remember from Bob Ross. I don't remember anything else from Bob Ross. Just the beat the devil out of it, and now we're ready. Exactly. See, what a wise guy. I guess. Oh man. Oh, it's already 1 PM. Oh my god. I should probably go see what I'm gonna get for lunch. Let's see. Who is live? Who can we raid? Get pizza! I'm not gonna get pizza though. I found the quote. It was him washing off the brush, and to help he was slapping it. Yeah, he was slapping it. I do remember it. I can't say I ever heard that quote from him. Look it up. You'll find it. It better not be a sandwich. Why not? What's wrong with having a sandwich, huh? What's wrong with just having a sandwich? I think having a sandwich is plenty fine. What's wrong with my sandwiches, huh? Is Kana still live? I don't know if she's ending. She's been live for a bit. Let me see. What kind of sandwich? A ham sandwich. Nothing wrong with having a sandwich as long as it's not one of your sad sandwiches. They're not sad. Lies and fallacies. One last thing. If I didn't like your voice, would you think I'll listen to you for hours and hours? Chiaki, I also don't like ASMR, but if you did ASMR, you'd be the exception. Because you have the cutest voice. Oh, thank you. She'll be live for a while. She's been live since like 9 AM. Oh my god. Because I think she starts doing too. Let me. Oh, she's playing. Is this Blueprints? Yeah, I think this is Blueprints. I kind of just hover my cursor over it. Thanks for the stream, Chiaki. It was super fun getting to yap with you today. It was nice getting to Satsu. Hope you have a nice time at the back rooms. Don't get lost. No. I'll let you guys know if the movie was worth it. And she's playing a game. She's horribly addicted. Oh, she's playing Blueprints, I think. Thanks for the Satsu, boss. It was a lot of fun talking with you. Get something yummy for lunch. Thank you. Good luck with the party. I hope it's not that bad. Yeah, she'll be streaming for a bit longer. Alright, boss. Thank you for the long Satsu with Katsus. It was a comfy fun time. Get some good food and enjoy the back rooms. Thank you. You guys make it sound like I'm going to the back rooms. Rather than just watching the movie. He's like, good luck at the back rooms. I'm not visiting the back rooms directly. I'm just watching the movie. You make it sound like I'm actually going to the back rooms. Are you not going in there yourself? What's the point then? I don't want to go to the back rooms. You're going to watch the back rooms. What are you talking about? Isn't that where they keep the really good ham sandwiches? I don't know. Are they worth it? You're going to the back rooms. I mean, aren't you technically going to the back rooms in a way? I finally stopped for lunchtime to eat. Please survive the back rooms. You haven't seen the memes? At the end of the movie, you find yourself in the back rooms, do you? I haven't seen the memes. You tell me. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Nah, the back rooms have sandwiches are even sadder. Man. Sad. Don't worry, we're experts surviving in the void. We can handle the back rooms. In Pontiac, if she gets lost, I am very likely to get lost. I'm not that good with directions, so... Yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, afternoon. Whichever time it is for you. Don't forget to stay tubular. Don't be sick and twisted. The lesson of the day is... don't eat canned cheese. That's your lesson of the day. Get a real cheese! Don't eat canned cheese. That's your lesson of the day. But yeah, now for real. Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye! Ciao! Bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye!